Wait. No, everything's okay. Hi, guys. How's it going? Is everything okay? Let me just pop out the chat so I can take a look-see. Hello, Laura. Can you guys hear me okay? I mean, I'm not totally, new to streaming because I have my other channel, right? But, you know, I haven't streamed in a while, and also I'm streaming on this channel for the first time, and so things might be weird or different or something. Hello, Nomi. How's it going? Okay, so I feel like I need to talk about this or I'll be distracted, so my hand is not broken, if anybody's wondering. It's not broken. I hurt myself vacuuming, and it really, really hurts, and so I just slapped that on it. But yeah, that's why I was trying to stream for 3 o'clock, and then it was like taking me so long to make the thumbnail, because I'm just like going like this. Like on my keyboard, I'm just like poking like this. Oh my god. But yeah, okay, so you guys can hear me. All clear, that's good. Oh, wait a minute, I need my pointy thingy. I wish I could find, I feel like that during the live stream last night when they had the premiere, I saw that there was a lyric video, like I think that if you were at the live stream party for the Epic drop last night, there was a live stream and it had lyrics on it. This does not have the lyrics, but I guess we will, what I want to do, if it's good with you guys, is I kind of want to I want to just listen and be and exist, and then we can look at the lyrics after. But this will not be a substitute for an actual video on these songs. This is just my first impression, of course, so, you know, things may change and whatnot, but someone uploaded it. I could not find it. So, I could try to look again before we get started, but, you know, also if the official account doesn't have it, then I don't want to, you know, I don't want to step on anybody's toes in terms of, what do you call it? Watching, a reproduction, you know, of the live stream, because it must be private for a reason. Oh my gosh, I'm late. Are we getting to see you react to this? Yes. I didn't know what to call the stream, because I was like, how can I have a personal opinion if I haven't seen the thing yet? But I saw that people were, crying, so that's why I said, the Thunder Saga destroyed us! That's kind of a prediction. A little bit of a premonition, because I've seen people on Twitter talk about how they felt, but I haven't actually seen anything. Now, obviously, we can't do anything, we can't do anything? Wait, we can't do anything with the previous sagas, it's too late, I've listened to them all, you know what I mean? And so, this is kind of weird, because usually, on my other channel, when I react to stuff, you start at the beginning, right? You start at episode 1 of the anime, and then you whatever. But the problem is, I've already seen all that, so we cannot do that. We cannot do it again. But yeah, I'm a disaster. I'll just let people, I'll let people gather into the stream, because I don't want anybody, to miss anything, but I don't know if you guys know this, but I am getting a cat, and I have never had a cat before. I'm actually thinking of maybe doing, because I have my main channel, which is the gaming and the anime reactions, right? But then I have another channel that I made during COVID that was supposed to be a lifestyle channel sort of thing, and that was the worst time for it to happen, because then it was COVID. It was kind of not a travel, it wasn't traveling, but you guys understand, right? This is how I do my hair, or my boyfriend tries Tim Hortons Timbits for the first time, because he's American, right? So anyway, I was thinking about maybe uploading this is my experience the first time getting a cat, because usually most people do not make it to my age and not have a pet, I think. You know, if they're a pet person. Usually, if you grew up in a family that's a pet family, usually you would have a pet by the time you're my age, and I'm 24. So, it's gonna be interesting. So, I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll do, videos or, shorts or something on, the channel's called Calxiyn's Corner, but you guys probably won't find it because I haven't uploaded anything. But I was like, yeah, maybe I'll do a video about the cat. About getting the cat for the first time, and how that's different for me being old. Being old and ancient and decrepit. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So this is connected to my wrist. So I've been cleaning the house like crazy, not just as a baseline, not just as a baseline because obviously the cat will shed, and so it's nice to get everything clean, but I've been cleaning also because there's just been dangerous things, you know, hair ties and clips and stuff that could be swallowable, right? So I've just been deep cleaning the whole house, and I keep like hitting myself with the vacuum, like with the recoil, but yesterday while I was vacuuming, I like pulled something in my shoulder and that's when the wrist thing started. So yeah, sorry to go on the tangent about Kat. Yes, Hestia. Hestia, you were the only person that knew that the Warrior of the Mind thumbnail, you were the only person that knew that it was supposed to be Troy Saga. I'm gonna have to change the thumbnail now. That's the other thing. The other reason why I'm doing this is not just because I hurt my hand and now scripting is really hard, because I can't, this way's fine, this way is no good. So yeah, I was working on the Warrior of the Mind script, right, all week, and, yes, I am reacting to, yeah, the Thunder Saga I have not listened. But I was working on the Warrior of the Mind script, and I was like, you know, doing my little thing, and then, they posted about how they were gonna get it re-recorded, and I was like, oh no, and like the instrumentals were gonna change, and I was worried that they would change some lyrics too, because I really do like Warrior of the Mind. I don't think, it's not gonna be like, this is the one big mistake video, like, you know, it's not gonna be like Welcome to Roses, where it's like, the one thing that prevented the epic from being perfect, right? I don't think that, Warrior of the Mind's gonna be like that, but I did have like a beef with something, and I was afraid that they were gonna resolve my beef, and then I'd have to throw out my script and start over, but they did not resolve, the beef is still there. My minimal beef with Warrior of the Mind is still there, but generally I don't have beef. They did not change the lyrics, no. And so that's what I was worried about, though, for the past couple days, and so that's why I'm doing this instead, because I'm thinking, we'll upload this, and then I'll move the song about the Disney Cruise Line musical to next Sunday, and then I'll keep working on Warrior of the Mind, because I need an extra week. Also, we're getting the cat next week, so I think that this is a good idea, just to give me, some buffer room and everything. And also, like, I think that this is cool if you guys can see my first time reaction, because I didn't get to have a first time reaction to the other ones, right? And so I think that this is exciting, and we can all do it together. Sorry I haven't been looking at the chat, but yes. Hi, I love your videos. Have a great day. Your passion is very inspiring. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I was a little worried because YouTube, at first it didn't seem like I was gonna be able to stream, like something popped up, but then I guess it checked and it was like, nah, you're good. Don't worry about it. I had a little bit of fear in my heart, but I'm just gonna make sure that we're all okay on my end. Wow, there's 20 of you guys here. I can't believe this. It's crazy because, you know, with my other channel, like, I have 44,000 subscribers, but I never see 20 people when I stream anyway, but that's a whole other story. I think that we're probably gonna get started now. I think I need to use this hand because, like, bestie, like, you're done. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so I think that we're good, but you guys have to tell me if, like, the music's too loud or if I'm talking too much. I probably will not, like, I'm not gonna talk over the song. We're gonna listen, and then we're gonna listen again, and I'll pull up the lyrics when we, like, listen again. Okay, so this is the first one, right? Okay, maybe we should do, like, just a quick, I listened to everything this morning, so we do not really need a recap, right? But we just got out of the underworld, I guess. Now, here's the thing. So here's something I should probably preface too. This is gonna be the most unhinged stream. I'm not nervous, but I'm like, oh my god. But yeah, so here's the other thing. I do not know my Greek mythology that well. I do, like, in terms of, like, generally, like, I took a Greek mythology class, but the class was more focused on why the myths were created, like, what was Demeter and Persephone, you know, what was that really about? And it was about how, like, women in Greek ancient times, like, were, you know, stolen away by people. Anyway, like, I got more that compared to actually learning about the thing. And so the thing is, I don't want to know. Don't tell me. Like, don't tell me what happens in the Odyssey. I mean, I knew the Cyclops part, and then I knew that he pissed off Poseidon, I guess, and then ended up in a bunch of other places. But it was like everything in between the Cyclops, and then when he gets back to Ithaca is what I don't know, and so this is going to be interesting, and yes, creative liberties have been taken. So that's the thing, is that I know about, like, the wife, and the wife makes, you know, the tapestry, and every night she unweaves it, and all that stuff. Like, I know that part, and I know the beginning part. I don't know what's this part, right? And so I'm like, is Cersei still here? Like, she helped him get to the underworld, but, like, did she just open a portal, or did she, like, put Odysseus to sleep, and now he, like, wakes up, and, like, is she still there, or is she, like, gone? Is homegirl gone? So I guess that the only thing that I'm, like, oh my goodness, that I'm thinking about. Also, I know who Skilla is because I've been playing Hades 2, even though I haven't played it in a couple weeks, and the people on my main channel are probably sad. But it's okay, don't worry about that. about that. So I know who Skilla is because in the game, in Hades 2, which also creative liberties, right? It's Skilla and the Sirens. And Skilla, I guess, is not a siren. She's just, like, the leader of the Sirens. She just pointed the way where the ship should go to the underworld, I think. So she just, like, peaced out. I see. Okay. So maybe no more Cersei. I did say Cersei, right? Yeah. Okay, so we'll just listen. That was my brief recap. I listened to everything this morning. I listened to the new versions. Oh, there was one more thing I wanted to say. Some people are saying that the new versions do not sound good. I disagree. And here's the thing, right? So this morning, I listened to everything on the speaker of my phone, like, right away when I woke up. And I did think, oh, like, the instrumental doesn't sound as strong. It sounds a little weird. Like, it sounds a little hollow. And I complained to my boyfriend this morning, and he heard me complain, and he was like, uh-oh, you're gonna be one of those people. And so I was, like, for 5 minutes. But then, after, I listened to the entire thing on my AirPods, and that sounded a lot better. So if you're struggling with in terms of, like, the new versions, and not just the fact that it's new, but you think it sounds, like, tinny, I guess, I don't know how to explain it, like, tinny, or that you think that, like, the instrumental isn't as strong, it might be the way that you're listening to it, so I'd suggest, like, headphones or a speaker or something, just because when I listened to it on my AirPods, I was like, oh my god, like, I was like, oh, this is so much better, I can hear everything, like, it was literally just through my iPhone speaker, it sounded bad, and that is not their fault, that is iPhone problems. Like, the way that it's mixed, I think that it needs a bit more surroundness. I don't know how to explain it, but so yeah, I would recommend, if you listen to the new versions this morning, and you were like, oh, that sounds off, like, try to listen to it on something else. Like, maybe you have AirPods and it still sounds weird, but, like, try, I don't know, try another mysterious third thing, because when I listened to it on my AirPods and then on the speaker that I use in the shower, like, it was fantastic. So, yeah, in the live stream it was probably echoey, and then also on my phone speaker it was a little echoey too. Yeah, I like the Lotus Eaters, that was funny. I also like some of, like, the acting choices they made with, especially with Athena. Okay, guys, this is my last controversial opinion before we actually react. I skip open arms every time! I skip it every time, and I'm like, now I actually listen to Open Arms, and I was like, oh, this is okay. I don't know why, I guess one of the instruments was maybe, like, annoying me or something, like, I think that may have been it, and now with the new mixed, it doesn't bother me, but I'm like, Open Arms is the one I always skip, and so I listened to it, and I was like, oh, for some reason, this version's more tolerable. It wasn't like the performer, like, the performers were great, but it was just something about it that I didn't like, and so I never went back to it, and so, yeah, I know, it's slander, because that's, like, the central conceit of the show. It's bad, too, because Polites is, like, you know, like, Polites is, like, the inciting incident, like, that's the thematic question of the show, is, like, Polites' ruthlessness versus, Polites' ruthlessness, oh my god, excuse me, Polites' goodness versus, like, Athena being like, bro, this is not how I taught you, and, like, ruthlessness, and the struggle between two different philosophies, basically, right? Which I am going to talk about in my Warrior of the Mind video, because I have a very interesting theory about all this, but anyway, and so yeah, I think my favorite out of the new ones, I don't know, I'm just totally bisexual for Athena, so I like both of the new, like, My Goodbye. What I do like about the new Warrior of the Mind, though, is that I'm pretty sure it now has the danger leitmotif as soon as Athena comes in. Usually it had it in the middle of the song, but I feel like I hear it at the beginning, and I'm not sure if that was there before or not, but I like that. Like, nice if true. But I think that I do like the mixture. But yeah, I'm totally sad, because here's the other thing, right? So, how I got into the epic was that I found Warrior of the Mind first, right? And then I found everything. And so, like, you guys can't imagine my disappointment when I found out that, like, Athena was not the main character. I was like, oh, she's gone, she's never coming back. Because I listened to Warrior of the Mind, then My Goodbye, then I found the rest of it. And then when Ocean Saga came out, I was like, oh shit, she's really not coming back. When she said goodbye, like, she meant goodbye. I thought, like, she was kind of just exaggerating, I don't know. Like, I thought she was just like, right, I'll be back later, right? And I know she does come back later, because I've seen some previews, and it's like, like Odysseus's son is her friend, right? So I guess she just like abandoned Odysseus and decided to train Telemachus, I guess is the implication. So yeah, so I was like, oh no, Athena's like gone for real. That's sad. Anyway, so okay, we should probably get started now because I could talk about these things all day because I'm working on the video and we need to, oh my god. Let me know. Oh, Penelope. Oh my goodness. Can you guys hear me okay, or is it too loud? I may have to turn it down a little just for me.
Don't you miss me?
Oh.
More than you know.
Then jump in the water and kiss me.
What?
Penelope,
oh, that's not good.
this before.
Okay, so this is Siren.
You know I'm
okay, you guys are still saying
water.
a bit loud. Uh-oh.
I'll make sure that you are safe and sound. Come play with me.
Yeah, so this is Siren.
Let's watch our love.
Wait, your daughter? What do you mean? Hold on a second.
But I'd be suffering trying to float the whole time.
I would take the suffering from you.
As good as that sounds.
I like the lip motif though.
I can take the suffering.
Yeah, so this is a siren, right? Like, there's no way.
My feet on the ground.
I will take the suffering from you.
I also like luck runs out lip motif, I think.
Answer a question or two.
Of course.
Okay, so let's say I was on the run, or hiding, from, I don't know, Poseidon. And let's say he blocked the way home with giant waves and giant storms.
Oh no.
How am I to evade
Oh, no.
him? How am I to get home? Which route should I take? Where am I supposed to go?
He will chase you high and low, so find a place he'd never go. The one way you'll get home is sailing where he's scared to roam. Oh,
Okay.
it's through the lair of Scylla.
Poseidon is afraid of people?
This is your only way home. The
Oh,
lair
no.
of Scylla.
But Scylla has a cost.
Well, you asked and now you know. Now jump in the water.
Penelope, why? You know I'm too shy.
Oh, Odysseus, you're so bad for this. I know what he's doing now.
I would die,
Oh,
but
no.
Can't you let me stay dry?
I can take
Oh, no. Oh, no.
You should come onto the ship. We'll jump at the same time.
I'll take the suffering from you.
This is such a happy song for him to be like,
Things I do for you.
oh, no. Uh-oh. That's not good. Okay. I don't know. Should we listen to the whole thing first, or should we listen again? I feel like I want to listen again before we move on. I know that some of my speculation won't matter if we just moved on to the next thing. Okay, you guys are saying that the sound is good now. Okay. Yeah, so at first I was like, right, and what's going on? Like, but no, Odysseus knows he's doing it on purpose. He's doing it on purpose. Okay, you guys seem to want me. Okay, we'll listen to the whole thing then without interruption, and then we'll go back. Because I think that that's what you guys want, so we will do that instead. Because that's how it's supposed to be.
Let's cut the charade. You
Ah!
are no wife of mine.
Oh, no! Ew,
You've
that's
been
not
trying
good.
to take my life this whole time.
Yeah, that's true, though. Like, you know...
I know underwater there are packs of you hiding.
Like, I can't really feel
Yeah, I know
bad for the
exactly what
siren, you know what I mean?
Siren.
Oh, no.
My real wife knows I'm not scared of the water.
Oh, no!
And my real wife knows I don't have a daughter.
Yeah, that was it, too! Oh, my God.
But while you were so focused on
I
turning
love
my
this
men into snacks,
melody.
you didn't notice that your friends got snatched.
Oh.
We are a different beast now. We are
Oh,
the ones who
okay.
feast now. No more of us deceased, cause we won't take more suffering from you. We are the man-made monsters.
Oh, my God.
We are the ones who conquer. You are a threat no longer. We won't
Shit!
suffering from you.
We've
Oh,
been
man,
away
I
from
literally have
home
goosebumps.
for
What the
about
fuck?
12 years or so.
12 years or so, oh, no!
Stayed in our own war, and now we're here with more foes. While on the run from Poseidon. We found a ship with no crew. I realized nearby there were sirens singing sailors to their dooms. We filled our ears with beeswax. That's how we resist your soul.
Oh.
You pretended to be my wife, so I just played along.
Okay.
I read your lips and phrases, scanning for information. Sirens know about every route and horizon. Now I know how to get back to my island.
Oh, good. Oh my god, that was nice.
We are the ones who feast now. No more of us deceased, 'cause we won't take more suffering from you. We are the man-made monsters. We are the ones who come.
I think there's danger leitmotif though. I don't know if it's because they're the danger or there's other danger. Bro, you tried to kill them though, like.
Sailors in this part of the sea? Nah, you wouldn't have spared me. I made a mistake like this. It almost cost my
Oh,
life. I
no.
can't take more risks of not seeing my wife. Cut off their tails. We're ending this now. Throw their bodies back in the water. Let them drown.
Okay, well that's a little bit. You didn't need to do all of that though, okay? I was with you for a second. Now I don't know. You could have just killed them nicely, quickly. Oh no. Oh shit! Full speed ahead motif! No! And I think ruthlessness too in here a little too. Oh no! Oh, Odysseus! Wait a minute, but what's that? Hold on. Just one more time. Oh, it's storm leitmotif! That's what it is! It's the storm! Yeah, so we say it's like 'cause of Poseidon, that's why he's deciding to do this. 'Cause he is the monster, rar rar, as the chat has pointed out. Fuck! Oh my god, this is so good! Oh my god. But yeah, this is the thing though, is that it's too much ruthlessness though, I think. I mean, we'll talk about it later, because that was like, that wasn't a mercy kill. That was kill them or cut their tails off and let them drown. That's not the same. Oh dear. Uh-oh. Bestie? My account is not being used in another location, but okay. Hold on. Well, let's try to fix that. Okay. That was weird. I don't know why that happened. Oh, what I wanted to just briefly mention before we go into the next one is that something that I figured out during my Warrior of the Mind video was that there's a concept in Greek philosophy, and this is, well, I figured it out in relation to the epic. It's not that I didn't know it because I learned it at school, but basically I remembered. It reminded me. So there's a Greek philosophy thing that is basically like the median of moral virtue, and so they basically say instead of just being good, that's not exactly what Aristotle was fucking with, basically. Like, his idea was, for example, if you're too much of a coward, you're in moral deficiency, right? But if you have too much courage, you're stupid and reckless, and that means you have access. So when we talk about courage, the idea is that courage is the middle ground between being a coward and then being an idiot. So what I was going to talk about in Warrior of the Mind and some of the other songs is that Odysseus in the past actually has a pretty balanced moral sense, like with the Lotus Eaters, right? Like, he doesn't kill the Lotus Eaters, but he also doesn't take their food either, and so he has a good sort of median. Whenever Odysseus has failed, it's because he's either had an access or a deficiency, which I'm not surprised because, well, obviously, I don't even know if this was, like, a theme in the Odyssey or whatever. Like, I'm not even sure about that, but this was something in Greek, you know, society or whatever. Like, this was a concept, right? For living a good moral life. So I think what's interesting is that, like, in The Horse and the Infant and in some of the other songs, Odysseus is already operating in the moral median that Aristotle talks about, right? But then with oh god, the Cyclops, Prometheus, that's like the first time where he does not act in the median anymore because he gets boastful, and that's what the, like, Odysseus of Ithaca, right? Like, you know, I'm the reigning king of Ithaca, whatever. Revealing his name, like, that was an access. Yeah, the Cyclops. And so that was an access of, well, one of them, I don't know. There's a middle ground between boastfulness and then undermining yourself. I think it's like honorable, like being an honorable person or something. I can't remember because it's all sort of like translated from Greek, and so some of them aren't what you would expect. So I think what's interesting now is that, like, Odysseus took Poseidon's advice, but at the same time, like, Poseidon and Athena, and then also Polites were not wrong, they just take it to moral extremes, and I feel like that's probably the problem with Odysseus right now, is that he's forgetting the idea of the golden ratio or whatever. So anyway, we are on Scylla, let's get back to Scylla. It's just, with killing the sirens in the way that he did, instead of making it a merciful death, he makes it so they have to drown. Like, that, to me, is operating in the moral access that Aristotle's talking about. And so when we do the song analysis, that's going to be a big point of the song analysis, like for Warrior of the Mind and some of the other ones. But anyway, let's keep going. I just wanted to talk about that quickly.
The lair of Scylla.
Okay.
This is our only way home. Deep down.
You're quiet today.
Deep down.
Oh dear.
Not much to say.
Deep down,
You hide a reason for shame.
I got a secret I can no longer
Uh-oh.
keep. Deep
Oh no!
down,
You know that we are the same.
I opened the wind bag while you were asleep.
No! Why would you do that?
Them feeling betrayed. Breaking the bonds that you've made.
Why?
So sorry.
But you knew that it wasn't treasure! Why did you do it?
We both know
Oh no!
to survive.
Full speed ahead.
That's Eurydice? You guys know what I'm saying. That's him, right?
Deep down,
We only care for ourselves. Eurydice, light up 6 torches. Deep down, we're lonely demons from hell.
Oh.
something approaches.
Hello.
Okay, I'm scared. Oh dear. I like the violins. Guys, what the fuck? 6 torches.
Run for your life! In your sorrow and fear.
Oh.
Choke on your blood and
Yeah, her voice is totally changed.
bleed till you run out of years. We must do what it takes to survive. Give up your honor and faith. Live up your life as a right. Die in that blood where you bathe.
Oh.
We must do what it takes to survive.
Oh dear.
We are the same, you and I.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I think I don't know what happened there though. Light up 6 torches. Does that mean that they killed 6 people to go in, like they sacrificed 6 people to go in there with the torches? Like, I'm imagining a cave, right? And so they sent in, yeah, because if it was not in the dark, or if they were in the dark, let's pretend it's a cave. If they're going through the tunnel of Scylla, and it's in darkness, then the Scylla and her friends would only see the ones that are illuminated, I think. Oh dear. How did he know that that's what she wanted? Oh, okay, she has 6 heads, so it was 1 for every head. That's interesting. So Odysseus, here's the thing about that, though. Like, they just said, like, they said Scylla, going through Scylla has a price. But, like, Homegirl never said what the price was. Odysseus immediately assumed it meant food. I mean, I guess that's a reasonable assumption, but I'm like, sir? Oh, I wish that we could see that animatic. But yes, that is exactly what I'm imagining in my head. Okay, so Odysseus just killed 6 people. I'm surprised he didn't toss, Eurylochus in there for opening the fucking bag. Okay, with Mutiny, I kind of have a feeling I know what's gonna happen based on, some things that have been in previous songs, but let us keep going. But yeah, I like that, like, soft voice Scylla. And then I like I like how she changed afterward, but I think it's crazy how, like, yeah, oh my god, Eurylochus, why can't I pronounce his name today, was holding one of the torches, and then he passed it to someone else. Oh no, he realized what was gonna happen. That's not good. Well, oh, the violins are happening. Oh dear. Oh, luck runs out. Leitmotif again.
Tell me you didn't
Your
not
luck
know
has
how
run
that
out,
happened.
bestie.
Say you didn't know how that
They're
would
gonna
end.
toss him off the boat, bestie.
Look me in the eyes and tell me, Captain, that you did not just sacrifice 6 men.
Oh no.
Use your wits to try and say I'm crazy and mad. That this is all some trick the gods have sent. Tell
Uh-oh.
me you did not miss home so painfully bad that you gave up the
Oh,
lives
the
of 6
piano's
of our
giving me
friends.
chills.
When
No.
we fought the Cyclops,
Danger, Leitmotif.
to hatch a plan. And when we fought with Circe, it was you who left behind no man. But when we saw this monster, we didn't take a stand. We just ran. Say something!
Oh no.
I can't.
Oh no. Oh no.
Then you have forced my hand.
Oh no.
Lower your weapon.
No can do. You miss your wife so bad you drained the lives of your own crew.
Don't make me fight you, brother. You know you'd have done the same.
If you want all the power, you must carry all the blame.
That's true. Oh, that's a good line. Oh my god.
Eurylochus, Odysseus, Odysseus, Odysseus. There is no price he won't pay.
Yeah, it is puppeteer Leitmotif a little, I think, too.
My way! My brothers. Why?
Oh, they stabbed him! I thought he got Eurylochus.
Now, your time has come, your luck's run out. Now, the time has come to shut you down. You relied on wit, and then we died on it.
No! Oh no! Oh god. Like, we knew it was happening!
Where are we?
Some island, the first one we found.
No!
It's
Oh,
bursting with
no!
cows, just roaming around, begging us to eat. So much meat, and hunger is so heavy. This statue, the god of the sun, don't know where it's from, but here's where we found all these cows.
No! You killed Apollo's cows!
And hunger is so heavy.
No! Guys, what the fuck?
About to do what I think you'll do.
No!
Odie, we're never gonna get
Odie!
to make it home. You know it's true.
You don't know that's true. This is the home of the sun god.
I'm starving,
Oh,
my
not
friend.
But
again!
if you kill his cattle, who knows what he'll say?
Yeah,
This
bro!
is the home of the sun
No!
Tired, my friend.
But we're so close to home, this can't be where it
Helios,
ends.
sorry, Helios' cow.
How much longer must I
No!
suffer
Please
now?
don't do
How
this.
much longer must I push
I
through
need to
doubt?
get
How much longer must I go about my life like this when people die like this? Whoa, how much longer must we suffer
Oh
now?
no.
How much longer must we push through doubt? How much longer must we go about our lives like this when people die like this?
Oh no! Oh, the danger limousine! No!
You've doomed us.
Oh no!
You've doomed us all, Eurylochus!
Captain?
We need to get away from this island now! Grab an arm with all the strength your arms allow!
Oh no, you're gonna take the blame for this! They're leaving!
They were the sun god's friends! And now that we've pissed them off, who do you think you'll send?
No!
Faster! Faster!
Oh no. That's
Too late.
not good, bestie. Oh no. Oh no. Wasn't the Eurylochus in the other song was like, oh, you know, the gods are dangerous. We shouldn't, you know, go ask for the help from the wind god. And now the man just killed Apollo's cow. Okay, you guys are saying it's Apollo because Helios is the titan of the sun. Oh my god. Okay, Thunderbringer is like one of my favorite songs out of like the ones we haven't heard yet. I'm like, Eurylochus, what the fuck, bro? That song has so many like leitmotifs and references to the other songs though. Like I definitely need to re-listen. I love Thunderbringer. I think it's such a nice like villain song, but Zeus obviously also thinks that he's in the right, so I'm excited to hear the full thing. Oh, yeah, storm leitmotif. I think so, anyway. No.
Pride is a damsel in
Hunger
distress,
does things? Well, they should have taken the siren tails with them.
hiding away where only I can.
Ah, I love Zeus's voice.
Trials she cannot to confess.
It has a velvety sound to it this time.
It's all the same once I apply all the pressure. Thunder, bring her through
Ah,
the
there's a nice, like, classical sound to this compared to the audition demo, too.
fall. Lightning, wield her, use and yield her.
Nice vibrato, yeah.
And seal for true nature will be revealed. Tell me, Odysseus,
Oh, no.
if I were to make you choose
I love
the
this.
lives of your men and crew or your own, why do I think
Of course they would lose. Do you know what they just did?
King of Ithaca, since hunger
No, that's what that line means. Oh no.
the damned and suffer a gruesome fate to the thunder bringer.
It's their fault they killed the cow.
Bring your ears
Oh,
until
no.
you're deaf with fear and spear you while your death is near. Lightning wielder here to yield your time, for you have passed your prime sublime.
I love the lyrics of this song so much.
Choose.
Now this is all new. This is past the demo.
Someone's gotta die today, and you have got the final say.
Yeah, you can only choose who. It has to be Eurylochus. He's the one that did it. I'm sorry.
Don't make me
Not again. Oh, fuck, guys. Fuck. No. Ah, shit. Who's that, though? Penelope, I guess?
Captain.
I have to see her.
But we'll die.
I know.
Thunder, bring her through the ringer. Show her I'm the judgment call, the one who makes her kingdom fall. Lightning, wield her, use and yield her. Show her what she can't conceal, for true nature will be revealed.
He's not gonna, I don't think Zeus is actually gonna do it though. He just wanted to show them what Odysseus is actually like. Maybe. He did! No, he did do it! Oh no! I thought it was like a trick. Wait, so everybody's dead? What's gonna happen? Oh no, hold on. Oh dear, hold on guys, hold on. Wait, he just did it! Oh dear, that was not immediately obvious to me. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute, really? Oh no! Okay, yeah, see, this is what I meant, guys, when I said like, oh, I didn't know the Odyssey very well. I thought like that this was like a little Uno reverse card situation. Oh no! Oh dear! Okay, yeah, that's... Oh my god! Wait, so what's gonna happen to the course, bro? Okay, so Zeus, like, put immunity, so everybody else was voted off the island, I understand. Damn. Oh no. See, I thought it was like mind games. I thought it was gonna be like, I'm not actually gonna kill your crew, but now they know that you would kill all of them. That's crazy. Wait a minute, that's it? Oh dear, wait a minute, this is the last song. That's crazy. Oh no, I didn't realize that. Fuck, bro. Oh dear. Okay, well, I mean, listen, like, what was he supposed to do? Like, he told you not to kill the goddamn cows. We can't, like, that's not his fault, bestie. I think what was his fault, though, was the siren incident. I think that, like, that they should have at least taken the siren with them. If they were low on food, that, I think, was the problem. Like, that, I think, is a problem. The fact that Odysseus's own ruthlessness, or, like, I don't want to say, yeah, kind of selfishness. Like, oh, we'll cut their tails off and leave them in a drown to make a point. It's like, well, that was a reliable food source. If these are sirens, I know there's, like, sirens like harpies, and then there's sirens like, you know, what we understand to be mermaids, and in Greek mythology, it's not necessarily interchangeable. Sometimes in things, when it says sirens, they really mean, harpies. Harpies, right? Yeah. You guys know what I'm saying, right? So, like, I don't know if they could have eaten the sirens, but, like, cut off their tails. That makes it sound like they do have tails. So, guys, I just found a plot hole. No, it's not a plot hole, though, right? Yeah, it's not a plot hole because it's Odysseus's hubris. Oh, okay, so you guys are saying that the OG are bird people, and they don't kill them. But in this instance, yes, it's mermaids. Okay, so they've changed it. Yeah, they've changed it. I see. But yeah, I guess that's why, they couldn't do it. But I think that that's actually a good point of characterization. I think it's a good point of characterization for, like, this version of Odysseus, if that makes sense. Because it shows his... He took Poseidon's advice too hard. So for anybody that's coming into the stream, earlier we were talking about, because I'm trying to make a video just about Warrior of the Mind, and something in Greek mythology, oh god, Greek philosophy is the concept of, like, moral virtue in terms of access, median, and deficiency. So if we're talking about courage, if you're a coward, you're morally deficient, but then if you're if you're stupid, like stupidly reckless, you are in access, right? And so when we talk about virtue, some people think that virtue means having courage, and that means you're not afraid of anything. But basically, Aristotle, what he was saying was that virtue is actually having a balance of being both cautious but also brave, right? So it's about the middle ground. So I at least think for this version of the Odyssey, because I can't really, you know, the original story, I did read it. I read it, like, in play form, if that makes sense. Like, for school I read it, but I'm, like, it's out the window now. Like, you know what I mean? It's not in my brain anymore. So that's why I preface at the beginning of the stream that I don't know a lot about the Odyssey. So I think, though, for what Epic is doing in terms of characterizing Odysseus, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, that's what I want, like, my video to be. I want to be like, I solved the secret thing of the Epic, because I think that maybe, I don't know, oh my god, there's 100 people here right now? I can't even see. Oh my goodness, oh good lord. Okay, so, thank you guys all for joining, by the way. Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought there were like 10 of you. I was just like, oh, I'll just keep talking. We will get back to listening to the songs again in a second, right? But something that I've been thinking about was the idea of, did Jorge do this on purpose, basically? In terms of including this Polites Athena thing, because, okay, as far as I know, the original Odyssey, like, it's supposed to be a moral about hospitality or something, so I don't know if all of this, like, is in it or something like that, and so I don't know if the idea of, like, Odysseus being ruthless or the other thing, right, being ruthless or being good is actually in the original Odyssey, or whatever. But I have this, like, secret theory that this is, like, a secret thing that Jorge put in the Epic, this idea that, like, Odysseus at the beginning is operating in a moral median sort of thing, and then Polites is too much deficiency and Athena's too much access. So with killing the sirens, basically what I'm saying is even though that wasn't in the original story, it does good to promote that theme, basically. Because when I think about that, what does that tell us? Like, that Odysseus, he killed the sirens, cut off their tails, and threw them back into the water. Well, that's him operating in access. And so it's showing his own arrogance in a sense that he did that, right? Like, he did that, and then later they're hungry for food. It's like his own brutality prevented him from being smart, right? From thinking about this, like, we could have killed them quickly and then used them for food. Instead, this is what happened. There are a few TikToks talking about how we put the themes of ruthlessness and morality into the Odyssey. Good. Because, like, that's the one thing I'm afraid of, is I'm afraid that I'm gonna present a theory in the Warrior of the Mind video, and then someone's gonna be like, you're wrong, L dash ratio, right? So that's, like, what I'm actually, like, I'm kind of scared. So I hope that I'm onto something, because I feel like that Aristotle thing, like, it fits perfectly. Like, it aligns perfectly with certain things. And so I feel like that's definitely where we're going with this, is that Odysseus, he's doing too much right now. Like, he's following Poseidon's advice, but it's to the detriment. In Greek society, well, according to Aristotle anyway, I don't know if everybody thought this, but according to Aristotle, to be a good person, you need to be in balance. And Odysseus has not been in balance. He was with Circe. That's, like, the one time where recently he had a balanced take, but then with Monster, I think going to the underworld really fucked him up, bro, because now he's like, I need to be exactly what Poseidon said. And it's like, well, okay, but did Poseidon say that? Because I don't think that Poseidon said that. What Poseidon said was that sometimes ruthlessness is mercy. He didn't say, like, all the time. He just said sometimes, bro. So this is kind of a you problem that, like, you interpreted his words to the most extreme. So I think that that's kind of what, like, if I had to pinpoint a fatal flaw of Odysseus takes everything to the maximum extreme. Polites says, greet the world with open arms, and then, like, Odysseus suddenly loses brain cells, and he's like, sure, that sounds good, right? And then you have kind of the opposite happens. Poseidon's like, be ruthless, and then Odysseus is like, yeah, okay. And I'm just like, bro, nobody said that you had to be like this. Like, you know, there's kind of a middle ground here, bestie. Like, I don't know what happened to you, but, like, there's a middle ground. Oh dear. Yeah, that's fucked up though that Eurylochus is dead, because I liked really, oh my god. But I knew, ever since he said that thing, like, I want to talk to you, and Odysseus was like, do not question me in front of the other people, like, I knew that he was gonna die. So... yeah, I agree with you, Zeke. Or Zix, maybe. I agree with you. Like, that's definitely to strengthen the theme. I agree. And I think that's really interesting. Yeah, exactly. Like, Poseidon's is the extreme, and then Polites is, like, the deficiency, I guess. And yeah, Polites is the extreme in open arms, and then Poseidon is the extreme in ruthlessness. I think what's interesting, though, is that Thunderbringer is kind of... reasonable, which sounds crazy, because, like, did all these men deserve to die over some cows? No, but what's interesting about Zeus is that Zeus says that he's just, like, he truly believes that what he's doing is justice. He doesn't think that he's being ruthless, he thinks he's offering a fair choice, and so that's what I think is interesting about Thunderbringer, as opposed to Poseidon, is that Poseidon kind of knows that he's, like, being an asshole, like, Poseidon knows. I think in ruthlessness, he's like, I kind of know that this is an unreasonable thing for me to do, just because you left my son alive, like, I should be glad about that, but I'm not, whereas I think Zeus operates thinking that he's right, and I kind of feel like that Zeus is kind of right. I mean, sacred cows, right? And so, like, I feel like that in this case, Zeus might be, like, a little bit right, because it's not an overreaction. They knew the consequence and they did it anyway. So, yeah, like, it's equivalent exchange. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, like, because now I feel like the tone of the show, like, okay, see, here's the other thing, bringing the show to Broadway would be very interesting, because obviously, okay, we're not gonna have all 600 men on stage, right? But I wonder what the fuck they're gonna do, because, like, okay, because you guys know what I'm gonna say, right? So everybody in Odysseus's crew just died. So, are you telling me that you had an entire ensemble? What happens in Act 2? I guess that they would become the princes, that they would just become the suitors. Like, I could see them double casting that in a Broadway situation, because you can't hire, like, an entire ensemble and then kill them and not use them for the rest of the show, right? So I'm assuming that what would happen is that they would probably double... probably some of the gods would double, because later on we have Aphrodite and we have, Ares, sorry. Yeah, so I totally just blanked right now. I guess that they would be the suitors. I don't know if they'll do a double cast, because obviously part of having a concept album, like, it's nice that you can have other people playing the other characters, but, like, in my mind, Polites would be Telemachus, and then Eurylochus would be, I don't know, someone, probably. Somebody would be somebody, I guess. I don't know who I would cast him as, honestly. I don't know. I could see Eurylochus being Apollo. Like, I would fuck with that, probably. And so, yeah, so you would basically, like, move them over. Like, you would move them over. Yeah, and the gods can summon the ensemble for the harmony. That's interesting. I always like to think about that. Like, okay, well, what are you gonna do with the cast of 6? I know there's not actually 600, but, like, say you have, like, I don't know, what, 20? You have 20 ensemble people? Well, what's gonna happen to them? But yeah, I could see Polites and Telemachus being the same actor, and then that would be fun, because then it's... he sees in his son, like, the friend that he lost and all that naivete and, like, optimism and stuff like that. And so, yeah, I'm cooking, guys. I wanna help. I wanna cast the not cast it, but I wanna, like, I don't know, what do you call, I wanna direct the show. I wanna direct the show. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, though, like, in my heart, I would really like to see this as an animated thing, because then they wouldn't have to worry about that sort of stuff. Like, you could have the 600 men, because they're all animated. So, that's fine, right? And so, I would prefer this to be, like, Disney, you know, Disney produces Epic, the animated musical, but, I mean, I'm not sure if we'll get there, but I feel like, as much as a stage version is interesting, and I think still doable, I feel like animation as a medium is better for something like this, because you can have all the whimsy. You can have all the whimsy if it's animated, right? And you can have, because that's the issue with stage sometimes, unless you have puppets of certain things, you can't really, you know. I love the idea of Telemachus and Polites being the same person. Yeah, exactly. Like, I would love... He mainly wants to do animation. Good, good. I'm glad to hear that. I would love it if it was animated, honestly. But yes. Do you guys want to hear a funny story before we go back and listen to the songs? I think that this is pretty common because I've seen other people say the same thing before. But while I was working on my script, right? Oh, I've seen that video game on TikTok. Yeah, I love that. I want to help. I don't know. I want to help with everything. I'm like, I have no skills other than, like, I guess singing, right? Like, I can say, I'm like, I have no skills, but I will help you make a video game. Yeah, I like Aphrodite and Scylla double casting. I think you can double cast pretty much everybody except for, like, Athena, Poseidon, and Zeus. Like, I feel like that those characters should be the same to avoid confusion. But, like, kinda, I feel like everybody else is up for grabs. Like, I think that the, prophet guy, you know, he could be somebody that's already dead. Like... That's a lot. Yeah, I agree that animation is better for literally everything. Yeah, I agree. Oh, yeah, so what I was saying was, okay, so I was writing my script, right? And I was like, oh, I should probably make sure that I understand how to pronounce Jorge's name properly, his last name, okay? I was trying to pronounce his last name properly. So I was, like, looking for, you know, like, an interview or something he did when he introduced himself, but he did not have a TikTok up where he was like, hi, I'm so-and-so. So I had to, like, really dig for it, and I'm stupid because I thought his name was George. This entire time, I was pronouncing George. And I was like, okay, well, I already know his first name is George, so let me go look up and see how to pronounce his last name so I can say it correctly in the video. And then he introduced himself, and he said Jorge. And ever since then, I've been slightly mortified. And that is my story. So now I know, but I did not know. And I was just like, I went in, I think that's the comedic element, is that I went in like, oh, I've totally got the first name down. Let me make sure I have the last name. I didn't have either of them because I'm bad. And so I think that that's happened to some other people though. So I don't think that it's just me because I see people on TikTok commenting that all the time. They were like, bro, I thought your name was George. And I'm just like, oh, we're all stupid. Oh no, we're all stupid. How did this happen to us? Okay, anyway, so yeah, all of that being said, let's get back to the song now. I needed to tell somebody because I needed to get it off my chest because I just felt so bad. I felt so dumb. Oh my god. But yeah, I have like zero phonetic skills whatsoever. So I think that that's probably part of the problem. But yes, let me get some more water and then we'll listen to everything. Oh god, I can't do that. Yeah, people have been saying that, and I feel so left out because, so I think I'm still a patron. I think I'm still a patron on Jorge's Patreon, and I'm in the Discord server, but, like, I only started using TikTok when I started to post my TikToks, like, when I started to post the songwriting TikToks, so I feel so left out of, like, all the inside jokes and stuff. You guys have to tell me what they are. I don't know, because I feel like I know what's going on, but it's that weird thing where, like, I found out about the musical last year, right? And so I already kind of missed the party, but then also I wasn't on TikTok, right? I was not on TikTok, and so now I'm like, I feel like I don't know anything. I know about the monster rar rar rar. I know about that. I do know about that, and I know about the April Fool's joke that happened recently, but yeah, I need to pay more attention to the Discord server. Yes, I saw him say the Mr. Jalapeno thing, but I did not, I was like, I do not understand what happened here. Okay, so if you guys are just coming into the stream, which I was told earlier that there's a lot of you. Oh, good lord. Okay, so we have listened now to everything, but don't worry, if you missed it, like, the video will be up unless it gets, I don't know, copyrighted into oblivion. Hopefully not, knock on wood, whatever. But now I'm gonna go through and, like, kind of think about, like, because that was just my initial reaction, right? We're not gonna do, like, a full analysis like we do with, you know, with the videos, because that would take a long time. But I do want to maybe pull up the lyrics and just point out some things that I may find interesting. So I'll pull up the lyrics for myself, because I I can't do it for you guys that well. But yeah, now that we have all the context, I feel like that we kind of do have to go back, so. I like Penelope leitmotif, first of all. That's nice. I guess this was our first instinct that this was not real, obviously, because they're harmonizing, so it's all the sirens. Isn't this still Luck Runs Out, though? Am I crazy?
Penelope, I've told you this before. You know I'm afraid of the water.
Oh, okay, can we also talk about, so this is an interesting thing that I think is worth talking about. Odysseus has not really done this since Athena. Like, when he was like, I'm lying and you fell for my bluff. Like, he hasn't done that basically since Athena. With the Cyclops, I guess he kind of tricked him, but like, you guys know what I'm saying, right? That it's been a while since he's actually used deception on somebody. So this was going well. Like, this was going well at first. Like, we're kind of back in like that middle ground of, I mean, I think that in Warrior of the Mind, Athena is kind of operating in the axis of moral virtue because she's mad at Polites' philosophy, like that Odysseus is listening to Polites, but like, let's just say, for the sake of argument, that like, Odysseus is operating right now in the moral middle ground by tricking people instead of outright killing them. Like, we start in a very, like, okay, we're back to Odysseus being normal and smart. That's not gonna last very long, but...
I'll make sure that you are safe and sound. Play with me and our daughter, and let's watch.
Yeah, no daughter, so not good. But why would she say that? Like, why would she be so specific? That's kind of like beef, not beef, but like, that's kind of stupidity on the part of the siren. Why would you assume that he has a daughter? You know what I mean? Like, I guess she must know something, though, because she knows about Penelope. So, like, I don't know where they heard that from. Maybe they, you know, people are gossiping after the encounter with Poseidon. But yeah, like, it's funny. Maybe it's like that she's reading her mind, like that oh my god. The siren is reading Odysseus's mind, but Odysseus is planting incorrect thoughts in his own head? Could be what's happening, but like, if the siren just pulled this out of her ass, I kind of think that that's like hilarious because it shows that they're manipulative but not very smart. You guys want the video turned up a little bit. I'll turn it up like a little, but it was too loud earlier. So I'll turn it up ever so slightly if that helps.
Trying to float the whole time.
I would take the suffering from you.
As good as that sounds, right here I'm just fine.
Yeah, you can tell he's being manipulative now, right? Like,
You know that I prefer my feet on the ground.
We'll take the suffering from you.
Fine, but only if you answer a question or two.
okay, something else I can't get out of my head. Do you guys think that this sounds like the Kingdom Hearts 3 opening at all? I think Face My Fears has something like that. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you what it is because I suddenly don't remember and I can't play it on stream because it's very copyrighted. But like the he-ho-he thingy is kind of like Kingdom Hearts 3's opening. I know that was such a bad way to explain it. Just go listen to it, I guess. It sounds kind of familiar for this. A lot of the epic songs have, like, it feels like that they're kind of similar Kingdom Hearts references. Yes, dreamy feeling, but I mean, like, literally, like, the ho-he, like, noise, like, the vocal, thingy.
Of course.
Okay, so let's say I was on the run, or hiding, from, I don't know, Poseidon. And let's
Yeah,
say
this is
he
good,
walked
I
away
like this.
home with giant waves and giant storms.
Oh no.
How am I to evade
Oh,
him?
no!
How am I to get home?
She was so, like, I love that delivery. Like, she's like, oh, no, whatever shall we do about that? Oh, God. Like, she does not give a fuck. Oh, my God, that's hilarious. Oh, goodness. Oh, and so, okay, can I ask if you guys know, is this Penelope's voice actress? You know what I mean? Like, is that her voice actress instead of the siren? If that makes sense? No. So you guys are saying that this is the siren. Like, does Penelope have a voice yet? Because it would be cool if this was Penelope's voice, but I don't know. You guys are saying yes. Yes, she does. This is her voice actress. Okay, so one of you either lied to me or you responded to a different question I had and I forgot. Okay, yeah. So this, oh, Penelope sang in Keep Your Friends Close. Did she? Oh yeah, she did, because it's like, Odysseus, wake the fuck up, Odysseus. Like before that part. Oh goodness, okay.
Which route should I take? Where am I supposed to go?
He will chase you high and low, so find a place he'd never go. The
Why
one
is
way
Poseidon
you'll
afraid
get
of
home
Scylla?
is sailing where he's scared to roam. Oh, it's through the lair of Scylla.
What's interesting is that it's the will of the gods. And I'm like, why? Why? Because, like, well, this, I guess, you know what it might be? It might be, so I had a theory that I put on TikTok and I put on YouTube, but on YouTube it didn't do that well. So you guys may have seen it on TikTok, but I made a theory that Odysseus never escaped the prophecy that if he killed Telemachus, I'm sorry, not Telemachus, the baby. If he killed the baby, or if he didn't kill the baby, let me start over. If Odysseus did not kill the baby, and the baby grew up, yes, the baby would have grown up to chase him and everything that Zeus said. You saw that theory? Good. I'm glad somebody saw. But yeah, and so I'm thinking that the alternative, though, is that even though Odysseus did kill the baby, Odysseus did not actually escape his fate, because killing the infant is haunting him, and that is what is causing all these problems. Like, it's Odysseus feeling guilty about killing the infant that made it so he spared the Cyclops, which made it so Poseidon got mad at him, which made it so he saw, like, he went to go see Circe, which made it so he went to the underworld, which made him think that he had to be a monster to get home, which is bringing us to right here. So I wonder if the reason why they're using the Zeus leitmotif and the same lyrics, like he will chase you high and low, so find a place he'd never go, is the same as he will take your house and throne, he'll find you wherever you go. So I wonder if it's supposed to be sort of reinforcing the fact that it's not, he never escaped from the baby, basically. That this is the exact same thing, now it's just Poseidon is chasing him. So I like that idea a lot. And so I like this idea because it's like now it's just Poseidon is the one doing it. Oh wait, that's so smart. Thank you! I posted it on TikTok and some people seem to like it. I was hoping that maybe one day Jorge will confirm whether or not that it's true. Because that's the thing about Greek prophecies is that they always come true, right? Somehow you can try to avoid your fate. You know, like, what is it in Brave? It's like, if you could change your fate, would ya? Like, that's not a thing in, like, in Greek philosophy, oh my god, Greek mythology, guys, my brain is literally breaking from the theory. So yeah, like, he never escaped the baby, right? The baby is still haunting him, right? And so I kind of like that. I like that for this, yeah, group projects, you can't escape from those either. Oh man, but yeah, I was hoping that one day they'll confirm it, because I think that's like the other secret of the epic is that you can't escape fate. That's the whole point. Zeus says you can choose the blood on your hands. You can choose. Oh my god, you guys are saying there's 126 people. I can't see, but thank you guys all for being here. I'm so happy. That so many people are here. I don't think I've ever had a stream have this many people since, like, on my other channel during, like, Ruby season or something, during, like, an event, right? And so that's crazy for a channel as small as mine that still only has, like, 3,000 subscribers. Oh my god. But, yes. So, I think that that's a very interesting thing that the musical could explore, is that he never escaped his fate, because you don't, right? Zeus said the blood on your hands is your choice, but you'll always have it either way. And so this is like he chose to kill the infant, but it's haunted him, and it's still continued to follow him this entire time, and it has prevented him from getting home, right? And it has kind of taken his throne away, at least temporarily, right? And so even killing the baby, the outcome, like, he will find you wherever you go. Odysseus says he still hears the infant screaming, like, in the middle of the night, right? Like, he still thinks about the infant, so the infant did follow him wherever he goes. And so I like the idea that now it's like Poseidon. But yeah, exactly. Killing all the baby means all his men died. It's like, oh my god, equivalent exchange. Yeah, and so now it's that if he spared the baby, they would have all made it home. But then later on, Odysseus would have died. But now, because they didn't spare the baby, all of his crew died, but Odysseus gets to live. And I'm like, I should cook. I should go back on TikTok and stitch my original theory and be like, guys, like now with this saga, this makes so much more sense because that is literally the equivalent exchange. Like, it's Odysseus would have died in the other timeline, but everybody else died in this timeline. And that's the equivalent exchange and the consequence of, you know, do you keep the baby alive or not? It's kind of like Life is Strange. I don't know if any of you guys have played that game, but you can, like, sacrifice... Spoilers for a game that's, like, 20 years old, but I guess if you don't want to hear it, just, you know, mute me for, like, 5 seconds. So you can kill the entire town, or you can, make the entire town live but kill Chloe, your girlfriend. So you can sacrifice your girlfriend and save the whole town, or you can sacrifice the town to save your girlfriend. So I think that that's basically what's going on here, is that all of the people died, but Odysseus got to live. Whereas in the other timeline, Odysseus would have lived and then, Odysseus would have died and everybody else would have lived. I wonder if Zeus will ever reveal that, because I think that, like, because you guys told me, and I do remember seeing that Jorge made a TikTok, and he said something, like that he's taking a creative liberty and he's doing something that's, like, not canon. I don't know if that was just the siren thing. I think, like, it'd be kind of crazy if Zeus was like, by the way, if you killed the baby, like, this is what would have happened. Like, I wonder if he'll reveal, like, Zeus will be like, yeah, like, these were your two options, spoiler alert, you know, like, the only reason why all of your men had to die for you to make it home alive, and that was the exchange. Whereas if you left the baby alive, all of your men would have lived, and then you would have died later on. And so isn't that interesting that Odysseus kind of, like, not that he knew it at the time, but that Odysseus was kind of also selfish, because here's the thing, right? When they killed the baby, right, what do they say? They say, like, the baby will take the throne, and that he will find Odysseus wherever he goes. But he doesn't say, like, I don't think that they say the baby will kill Odysseus's wife. It's not like the baby will grow up and kill your son. So, like, I wonder if that's, I don't know. Yeah, maybe he would have killed Penelope. Yeah, because you can say goodbye to Penelope. So I guess that doesn't work, because it's not entirely Odysseus being selfish, I guess. But at the same time, like, even all the way back then, Odysseus kind of chose himself and his family over his men. Like, he kind of knew that maybe that this action will have consequences. But yeah, so I guess it's not entirely selfish because he wants to save his wife and his son. But, like, there's a little still that, like, the family, that's all that matters. That's all that matters to him. But yeah, I do wonder if the soldiers would have died in the other timeline. Because if the son would have grown up to burn down Ithaca, I'm like, does that mean that all the men would have died again? I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, I wonder, that's an interesting thing, though, that even from the beginning, Odysseus chooses himself and his family over, like, the innocent life. But I think that you guys are right that back then it was also about, like, it was less about him and also his son. So, okay, points for Odysseus.
No.
This is your only way home, the lair of Scylla.
But Scylla has a cost.
Well, you asked and now you know. Now jump in the water.
Penelope, why? You know I'm too shy and terrified.
Hold on.
But Scylla has a cost.
Well, you asked.
No.
This is your only way.
Yeah, you guys are saying deep down, I know I would trade the world to see my, trade my son and wife, exactly. Like, that's kind of what I mean, right? And so, like, even back then, like, the signs were all here. Odysseus would have always done it. Odysseus was always the monster. What is that? This is the only way. What is that? 600 lives to take? Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's just, it's up the key, so I didn't recognize it. So, I think that when she says, this is the only way, it's 600 lives to take, like whatever happens in the Cyclops section, but I don't know. So also foreshadowing the fact that, oh, I don't know. Yeah, maybe he would have killed Penelope. Yeah, because you guys are saying deep down, I know I would trade the world to see my, yeah, trade my son and wife, exactly. Like, that's kind of what I mean, right? And so, like, even back then, like, the signs were all here. Odysseus would have always done it. Odysseus was always the monster. What is that? This is the only way. It's 600 lives to take. Like, whatever happens in the Cyclops section, but I don't know. that some of the crew members will die, basically. Because if she's saying, this is your only way home, right? And they're talking about Scylla. And so I think that what that's supposed to be is that when they talk about the Cyclops, they're like, it's just one life to take, right? And so when they're talking about going through Scylla, it would just be, oh, it's just 6 lives to take.
Is sailing where he's scared to run.
Where am I supposed to go?
He will chase you high and low, so find a place he'd never go. The one way you'll get home is sailing where he's scared to roam. Oh, it's through the lair of Scylla.
Yeah, that's the underworld
This is
noise.
your-
You guys are right. That's the underworld, right? That's the same thing that happened when Cersei said, but this prophet is dead. Brr. It's the same thing. So it's like, it's death, but not for Odysseus is kind of what that is. But yeah. Only way. Yeah, that's the 6. It's just one life to take. Or like 600 lives at stake. Right? So that's foreshadowing the fact that the lives at stake are the 6 crewmen that Odysseus will sacrifice to feed Scylla.
The lair of Scylla.
But Scylla has a cost.
Well, you asked and now you know. Now jump in the water.
Penelope.
Oh, you know what else I think it is? Wait a second, guys. Oh no, I just realized something.
It's through the
Oh,
lair of
shit.
Scylla.
Hold on, I need to
This is
check.
your only way home. The lair.
Is anybody else getting, like, one day you'll hear what I'm saying. One day you will cross the line one day, but not today, for after all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wonder if the piano is supposed to be that Athena was right and that this is the first time that he's realizing that Athena was right. I think. Is it? Hold on. We need to go look. I need to know. Let's go check. Oh no, wait!
One day you'll hear what I'm saying. One day you might understand. One day, but not today. For
Wait.
after all, you're
Just stop.
this day you sever your own
The
head.
3D,
This day
that one.
you cut the line. This day you lost it all. Consider this as my goodbye. Consider this as my goodbye.
I'm like, wait.
This is my goodbye.
Especially because the piano is Athena's instrument, right? So, why would it be there? Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, and then also the like the long one. Wait! Wait a minute, guys! Oh, wait a second. Yeah, like...
Scylla has a cost.
Well, you
I think it's the same! I think it's like a little different, but
This
it's like
is
this...
your only way home, the lair of Scylla.
But Scylla has a cost.
Well, you asked and now you know. Now jump in the water.
Penelope, why? You know I'm too shy.
Yeah, so I'm like, I think it is a little bit, like I would need, here's the problem, guys, is that I'm very sheet music minded, so if I had the chords, I'd be able to tell you, but like, I think that Jorge has a TikTok where he says that Athena's thing can either be played in chords or they can be in triplets, right? And so I think that this is just a faster kind of version of the My Goodbye piano situation. And so I think that that's probably why the piano is there. It's because this is the time. One day you will understand, Odysseus. Today's gonna be the fucking day. Oh dear, because it's not like that people haven't died before, but this is like he's actually actively choosing for them to die. Oh no! Not good, bestie!
I would take the suffering from you.
Ooh, for you I would die, but can't you let me stay?
Why is this so fun?
The suffering from you.
You should come onto the ship. We'll jump out the same
I
time.
will take the suffering from you.
The things I do for
Yeah, this is
you.
so Kingdom Hearts like. fascinating to me. Okay, so anyway, oh dear, what happened? I don't know why this happens. It's like YouTube doesn't like that I have 2 tabs open at the same time. Hello?
Let's cut the charade. You are no wife of mine. You've been trying to take my life this whole time.
Yes.
I know underwater there are packs of you hiding. Yeah, I know exactly what you are. A siren.
Yeah, this is
My
crazy.
real wife knows I'm not scared of the water. And my real wife knows I don't have a daughter. But while you were so focused on turning my men into snacks,
I love this.
you didn't notice that your friends got snatched.
What?
We are a different beast now. We are the ones
I like
who
this
feast
rhyme
now.
here.
No more of us deceased, cause we won't take more suffering from you.
We are the
I like
man-made
man-made monsters.
We are the ones who conquer.
Oh, that's so good. Monsters and Conquer right there.
We won't take more
Kind of a slant rhyme.
from you.
We've been away from home for about 12 years or so.
This is so funny. I love it. Like, it's 12 years or so. We are the ones who feast now really implies that they eat the sirens. See, I want them to have eaten the sirens because that makes more sense that, like, they ate the sirens and then they just got hungry again by the time they get to the cows. But I wonder if it's like, it's not supposed to be that they literally ate the sirens, but that Odysseus decided that feasting on vengeance was more important in this moment than actually, like, thinking with his brain, because he does say to cut off their tails and then throw them back in the water. So I wonder, like, did they keep the tails? That's the question that I need Jorge to tell us. Did they keep and eat the sirens? Because I think it's thematically funny if he didn't. Like, if he tossed them in the water just to be, like, vengeance. You know what I mean? Like, just to be vengeful and kind of bad, to be villainous, right? Because I feel like that eating them makes too much sense, and then that could have avoided, like, the thing with the cows. But if Odysseus intentionally throws the tails away because he's being cruel instead of being ruthless, if that makes sense, like, the distinction between ruthlessness and cruelty, like, at this point, he's just being cruel. So I feel like that going too far in the direction of cruelty means that he would have thrown the tails in the water, and that would have been stupid because they could have used that for food. But yeah, maybe. I need to know why did they eat the tails?
First we slayed in our own war, and now we're here with more foes. While on the run from Poseidon, we found a ship with no crew. I realized nearby there were sirens, singing sailors to their doom.
Yeah, this is nice because it's reminiscent of, this is reminiscent of, like, I put the lotus in his wine, like, that whole thing, like, in, Survive. So this is kind of like, I don't think that this is the exact same Survive leitmotif, but it's just the same, like, how it's trucking along, like, we found this, and we found that, and we found that, like, that's the same as, like, we didn't have much time, he didn't notice that I put lotus in his wine, like, that whole situation.
It's your song. You pretended to be my wife, so I just played along.
I like that. That was a nice little, like, run. Hold on, I just need to check something, and then we can keep going. Ah, what happened? Hold on, guys, I'll save you. But yeah, this one has a lot of nice references, like, to the other songs.
Send phrases, scanning for information. Sirens know about.
Oh, you know what else this reminds me of? What does he say? Hold on. Ah, what happened? Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. I swear I heard blazes. Hold on, let me go back.
We filled our ears with
Beeswax.
That's how we resist your song. You pretended to be my wife, so I just played along. I read your lips and phrases, scanning for information. Sirens know about every route and horizon.
I think I got confused, but you know what this does sound like? It sounds like 600 men are waiting for us, and they'll turn your place into blaze, whatever it is, I can't remember. In Open Arms, Odysseus has a very similar part to this, where he's like, stay back or I will fuck you up, right? So I think that what's interesting about this is that, yes, I have seen the other sagas already, and so unfortunately we can only do a fresh reaction to this one. But I think that what's interesting in this, I think it is the same thing. I think it's like what he was gonna do to the Lotus Eaters. Like, what he was going to do to the Lotus Eaters, he's now doing to the Sirens. I think that that's what the implication is with this, in a way.
You pretended to be my wife, so I just
It's kind of that same, I don't know, momentum.
Phrases, scanning for information. Sirens know about every route and horizon. Now I know how to get back to my island.
Nice.
We are a different beast now. We are the ones who
I love that. I love Conquer and Monsters, like, I just love that. I don't usually like slant rhymes, but I like that one.
monsters. We are the ones who conquer. You are a threat no longer. We won't take more suffering from
You guys said, imagine he tried eating the Lotus Eaters, and I'm like, guys, we cannot get through one stream without doing a cannibalism. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh man. Also, if you guys are just joining, I have heard all the songs already. We're doing a more, like, we're kind of doing a second round, if that makes sense. So, that's what we are doing. So I'm not pausing the song in the middle of listening to it. I didn't want anybody to think that.
Oh, spare us, please.
Why? So you can kill the next group of sailors in this part of the sea? Nah, you wouldn't have spared me.
Yeah, that is
Made
true,
a mistake
though.
like this, it almost cost my life. I can't take more risks of not seeing my
I
wife.
like this.
Cut off their tails! We're ending this now. Throw their bodies back in the water. Let them drown.
Yeah, see, this is where we get, like, this is where things get fucked up. He's gone from merciful to cruel. Yeah, I think that somebody said that in the Genius notes. Yeah, I feel like that's where Odysseus loses, like, he becomes in an access, right? Like, he loses the moral virtue. Because if he had, if he had just killed them, right? Like, you know what I mean? If he had just killed them to kill them, like, I don't want to get graphic on the stream, but, like, if he killed them, like how you would kill an animal to stop an animal from suffering, if he did it in a merciful way, then that would have been a different story. But, like, to throw their bodies back in the water and let them drown, like, that's where Odysseus goes into, like, full villain arc, as you guys said, right? Hello, Lit Mason, hi. But yeah, this is so fascinating to me. I just love it because it fits in with my, like, nerdy Aristotle theory, right? About, like, the moral virtue and the moral access and the moral deficiency thing, right? It's that what Athena recommends in Warrior of the Mind is access. What Polites recommends is deficiency. What I think Poseidon recommends is, like, he does say that ruthlessness is mercy. I don't know if he means all the time, so I would actually say that I think Poseidon was operating in, like, a fairness to some degree, right? And so I think that with that in mind, Odysseus took, like, the totally wrong meaning from Poseidon and Athena, because, yeah, so, like, I mean, yes, but I think that what we're saying, like, yeah, obviously they kill people, so, you know, they don't need to show, like, they didn't need to spare their lives. But I think what would be interesting is the idea that they cut off their tails and throw their bodies back, because if Odysseus was thinking with his brain, having the sirens, like, they could have been like, okay, but get us food, right? Because then that would have avoided the other issue. Like, they could have cut off their tails and kept the tails to eat them, or they could have been like, we'll spare you if you bring us a bunch of fish or something, right? Like, Odysseus could have made a deal. And Odysseus did not, he was not thinking, and I think that whether it's, like, because they didn't eat the siren, yeah, exactly, we keep talking about sashimi, exactly, oh my god, yeah, Kira, like, that's what we're saying, right? So, I'm like, okay, well, either Odysseus could have eaten the sirens, and he didn't because he was being so petty that he threw their tails back in the water, or, like, in theory, they could have been like, we will let you live if you do something for us, and then that would have caused, like, that would have avoided the problem. Lotus from Dungeon Meshi would have never had the this issue. Oh my god, I need to get back to Dungeon Meshi. I was thinking about that. I was like, Dungeon Meshi. Yeah, and then Odysseus could have given, like, kept the sirens, or at least the tails to give to Scylla. So you're absolutely right, Mighty. So yeah, like, that's what I'm basically saying, is that he could have been smart, and then that would have avoided later problems, whatever, you know, whatever the problems were. Because I feel like that kind of Eurylochus, he's kind of being petty too. I have a feeling that if Odysseus didn't kill those 6 people, Eurylochus wouldn't have done the mutiny, which means that Eurylochus wouldn't have killed the cow without Odysseus's permission. It's because they're mad at Odysseus that they don't want to listen to him anymore. So if they kept the tails, they could have given the tails to Scylla. So yeah, exactly. He's totally blinded by the bloodlust. Odysseus' alignment is smart dash stupid. Exactly. So, yeah. And so he maybe even after they gave him food, he would still kill them. But like, there were things that we could have done and we did not do. And that's good, you know. I think the danger leitmotif is in there too. I don't know. I can't hear. Maybe. Or maybe it's just Storm. Hearing them scream is fucked up though. That's crazy. Yeah, this is Storm leitmotif again. Yeah. So this song has a bunch of interesting things. I think my favorite interesting thing so far, though, is definitely Athena being in the last song, supposedly. But like, I really like how they established this. I like man-made monsters. I like Conquer. I thought that was fun. We don't know how far Scylla was. It could have been weeks, I guess, but like, is she really gonna turn up her nose at rotting meat, though? I mean, she is a monster. Maybe she has standards, I don't know. But in my mind, like, they could have salted that fish. I'm sure they have salt. But yeah, I don't fault them for killing the sirens. I do fault them for not thinking. Put the tails on ice. Yeah, like, exactly. He could have killed the sirens with a quicker method, but they wanted to make them suffer. Yeah, and so that's where everything goes wrong. I'm focused on the sustenance, but yeah, everything goes wrong. You're absolutely right, Abby. You're totally correct.
The lair of Scylla. This is our only way.
So this is 600 lives to take. I think.
You're quiet today.
Deep down,
Not much to say.
Deep down,
you hide a reason for shame.
I gotta see.
Oh, wait a minute. So, people think she's talking to Eurylochus. I thought that she was saying that Odysseus was hiding the reason for shame, which was killing the baby. But no, this kind of makes more sense. She's coaxing Eurylochus into telling the truth. Oh, that's different. That is not the same. Especially because I thought I heard the baby. I feel like it's both. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe it's everybody, but then Eurylochus was the first one that felt bad. Because I thought I heard the baby thingy. I thought I heard the baby leitmotif. Keep listening, but I already heard the song once. But the genius notations are saying that... it might be everyone. But then maybe what happened was Odysseus. Everyone felt bad, but Odysseus didn't feel bad enough to say anything. Eurylochus did first.
Deep down,
You're quiet today.
deep down,
Not much to say.
Deep down,
you hide a
You guys think it was Odysseus targeted, but then Eurylochus got caught up, like, basically.
deep down.
you know that we
Yeah, you guys are basically saying, like, that, like, she was trying to get at Odysseus, and instead, like, Eurylochus was like, here you go. Like, he kind of told on himself, I guess you could say.
are the same.
I opened the wind bag while
Yeah, you opened the fucking bag, bro. Oh, no.
Leaving them feeling betrayed.
Oh, no. Why?
Breaking the bonds that you
Why would you do
I'm so sorry.
There is no price we won't pay.
Forgive me.
Yeah, I like that. I think that you guys are right. Like, I think that you guys are right in terms of you're quiet today, not much to say. Like, Odysseus is still, like, he knows when to shut the fuck up, basically. But Eurylochus, like, the guilt did actually get to him. Like, Scylla manipulating him did get to him. Also, for anybody that just joined the stream, I already had an initial first reaction to the songs, so now we're, like, pausing and, like, trying to pick things out, like, the leitmotifs and stuff. So after the stream's over, if you want to see my first initial reaction where we don't pause at all, you can see it after the stream is done. But yeah, I wonder, okay, so now that I'm looking at this, I wonder if Scylla is basically like, hey, Odysseus, you and I are the same. Someone betrayed you. Your best friend just betrayed you now. Like, you know what I mean? And so I think that, like, she targeted Eurylochus in terms of telling the secret, but then I think she's like, Odysseus, you just got betrayed by your friend. So am I. So, like, feed 6 of your men to me. You know, like, I think that Scylla's kind of playing both of them, basically. I think Scylla's like, yeah, Odysseus, like, he betrayed you. Do you feel bad about feeding him to me? Nah. So I think that, like, she was trying to pit them against each other. They are both bad, yeah, basically.
Full speed ahead, full speed ahead, full speed ahead. Deep down.
Oh, no. I like the waltz quality of this.
6 torches.
Deep down, we're lonely demons from hell.
Captain.
Damn, okay, so this thing says, right, in Homer's version of the Odyssey, they just Scylla just snatches them, but in the epic storyline, Odysseus does it on purpose. That's wild. That's crazy. Yeah, I think that Scylla was using we because she was saying, like, hey, Odysseus, we know what it takes to survive, bro. We've both been betrayed like you, and we've both been betrayed like you. Yeah, like, I've been betrayed like you've been betrayed, so, like, why not feed your men to me? Yeah, and, like, we're lonely demons from hell is like both of you are.
Something approaches.
Oh, dear.
Hello.
Oh, that was a nice... I think Homer would fuck with the epic. Yes, I think he would. And if he wouldn't, I don't care. I don't know him. I only know the epic.
Run for your life!
Oh, I love this. This is so rich and deep. This is so nice. This is so good, guys. It's just so good. Yes, you can hear the crew screaming. Give up your honor and faith. Give up your life as a wraith. That's interesting. If Scylla kills them, there's no one to perform their funeral rites, and they won't make it to the underworld, so they will live their lives as wraiths. Interesting. They basically live as specters to everything. Oh, okay, I see. I feel like that, though, if Scylla's saying that, the idea would be that Odysseus is giving up his passivity, like giving up your life as a wraith, as in, you have been sort of sleepwalking this entire time. Give up your life as basically being a walking ghost who feels guilty about everything. And so now you are going to, like, make an actual decision, right? Yeah, like, everybody, they were already basically a ghost crew, even though they were still alive. And so I think that that's what Scylla is saying. Like, you guys have been ghosts. Functionally, you guys have been ghosts this entire time. So give it up. Like, sacrifice those people and like, you'll finally get home and then you won't be a ghost anymore. And that's something else too, right? That the prophet says, like, when you get home, it's no longer you. And I know that, you know, Odysseus goes in disguise and everything, but it's an interesting idea that, like, Odysseus to everybody back in Ithaca is, like, functionally dead, right? Like, he's basically dead, you know? Like, he's basically dead because he hasn't been there in 10 years. So everybody on this ship, even while they're alive, they're still ghosts. You know? So I think that that's an interesting idea. Yes, Odysseus did give Eurylochus a torch. I think he was trying to kill him. I don't think it was just because he opened the bag, though. I think it's because in the other section, Odysseus is like, do not question me in front of the crew, right? And so I think that the fact that Eurylochus opened the bag was evidence that he couldn't be trusted anymore, and so that's why he did it. So I think that that was part of it. He's like, if I can't trust you, you're useless to me, basically. Right? As opposed to these other people, you're replaceable, you know? You've been following me you are not following me unquestioningly, therefore hitherto, you are useless to me now, when I could have somebody else be my, you know, second man or something. Yeah, Odysseus can't keep around this man that has opinions, basically. That sounds like something else, but I don't know. I don't know what it sounds like. The little harmony that they did at the end. It's not Warrior of the Mind. Like, it can't be Warrior of the Mind. I don't think that that's right. It just sounds familiar. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. It could be. It could be. I don't think it is. Yeah, I was thinking it could be the Danger leitmotif too. I can't tell. I would have to look it up a bit more clearly. It's hard because I don't have the sheet music, and so I'm like, I don't know. We'll have to see. Another time. Fun fact, Eurylochus was married to Adi's sister? Oh dear. Yeah, apparently they were in sight of Ithaca when the bag opened. Yeah, like, I don't blame Odysseus for being like, bro, this is all because of you. What the fuck? The blood should be on your hands, bro. Alright, let's get back to mutiny. Yeah, so this is luck runs out motif, obviously.
Tell me you did not know that would happen. Say you didn't know how that would end.
But you opened the bag, bro!
Look
like,
me
I
in
can't.
the eyes and tell me, Captain, that you did not just sacrifice 6 men.
You opened the bag!
Use your wits to try and say I'm crazy and mad. That this is all some trick the gods have sent. Tell me you did not miss home so painfully bad that you gave up the lives of 6 of our friends.
Oh, no! Okay, I love this. I love the acting. I love the acting here. I'm just like, Eurylochus, you knew what would happen if you opened the bag, bro. So, like, you're kind of the same. I know that you didn't know, but, like, you did know. You did know, right? He said not to open it. Like, what did you think was gonna happen? Anyway, so that's just my thing with Eurylochus. I think that's hilarious. Like, the fact that, like, Eurylochus is like, tell me you didn't know that this would happen. And I'm like, didn't you open the bag? And you knew what would happen. Okay, anyway. Oh, they're just all so pathetic. It's just so funny. Oh god, okay.
Tell me you did not know that would happen. Say you didn't know how that would end. Look me in the eyes and tell me, Captain, that you did not just sacrifice 6 men. Use your wits to try and say I'm crazy and mad.
I think the piano's doing the Danger leitmotif, probably. I mean, that Danger leitmotif's probably everywhere, bro. It's probably everywhere. But I like use your wits to try to gaslight me, basically, because that's something, like, you rely on wit and then you, like, we die on it, I think he says. I don't know. He says something and luck runs out about the wit. So I like that. I like that they brought that back. That now it's like, it's not just the wit against their enemies. It's the wit against your own crew that you're supposed to trust, right? I think it might even be Monster. Like when Monster has, I'm the only one whose line I haven't crossed, and then there's the piano. It kind of sounds like maybe that Monster thing is in here. Do you guys know what I mean?
Look me in the eyes and tell me, Captain, that you did not just sacrifice 6 men.
Wait, where is it?
Use your wits to try and say I'm crazy and mad. That this is awesome trick the gods have sent. Tell me,
yeah, is this not Monster?
So painfully bad that you gave up the lives of 6 of our friends.
Is this not the same thing in Monster where it's like, what if like the biggest thing that's stopping us from crossing the sea is me? Like whatever that line is. Isn't it the same piano? Hold on. We gotta go look. I can't live like this. Let's go look. I know not everything is a reference to something else, but like usually I have a good ear for these things, and so I'm like, we just have to look.
Do I need to change?
Not this. This is it.
I'm surrounded by the souls of
Yeah,
those I've
that's what I
lost.
mean, but it was just the violin.
I'm the only one whose line I haven't crossed.
Am I right?
What if the greatest threat we'll find across the sea is me?
Am I correct? Let's go look.
The eyes and tell me, Captain, that you did not just sacrifice 6 men. Use your wits to try and say I'm crazy and mad. That this is awesome.
Yeah, that's
the
what-
gods have sent. Tell me you did not miss
I think it
so
is the same.
painfully bad that you gave up the lives of 6 of our friends.
I think that it's the same Monster thingy. Maybe. Question mark. I think it might be. It could also be a new thing that they're doing, but I think that maybe it's like inspired by Monster. Maybe this will play whenever Odysseus is the monster.
Fought the Cyclops. You were quick to hatch a plan. And when we fought with Circe, it was you who left behind no man. But when we saw this monster, we didn't take a stand. We just ran.
Oh.
Say something!
I can't!
Oh no. I need to listen to that again.
You did not miss home so painfully bad that you gave up the lives of 6 of our friends. When we fought the Cyclops, you were quick to hatch a plan. And when we fought with Circe, it was you who left behind no man. But when we saw this
I think the
monster,
danger
we
leitmotif
didn't take
is
a
in here
stand.
too.
We just ran. Say something!
Yeah, the violins, I think they're doing Captain. Like, it's just, like, very slow, I think, maybe. But yeah, it's crazy. Like, oh my god, I love this section so much. Oh no.
Then you have forced my hand.
Oh no. Oh, the guitar's coming in, which is, of course,
No
Odysseus'
can do.
weapon.
You miss your wife so bad you drained the lives of your own crew.
Don't make me fight you, brother. You know you'd have done the same.
If you want all the power, you must carry all the blame.
That's true. That is true. I really like. Yeah, no longer you. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I think it's like. I think that they're making a new leitmotif, but we just need to figure it out. We just need to figure out what it is. Oh, man, but yeah. Oh, yeah, the portraits of betrayal thing. Yeah, maybe that's part of it, too. Like, whenever the prophecy is coming true, now the little piano's gonna be in there. Oh, man, yeah, this is crazy. Like, I love, if you want all the power, you must carry all the blame. But I'm like, you open the bag, sir. Where is your blame? Where is your blame? Like, you're right. Like, it's not like you're wrong. Like, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Eurylochus. I'm just saying, like, you're not being held accountable. Who's holding you accountable? Oh, God. But, like, Odysseus is the main villain right now. I'm just saying, like, it's just kind of funny. It is kind of funny. Yeah, I think that you're right, Kira. I think that Eurylochus probably hates himself so much for opening the goddamn bag that he blames himself, like he kind of blames himself because Odysseus wouldn't have had to sacrifice those 6 men if they didn't open the goddamn bag. So I think that like punishing Odysseus is just a way of like punishing himself.
I am not letting you get in my way.
So I thought that they stabbed him.
My brothers.
Oh, they did stab him. Oh, like non-lethally? They couldn't just knock him out?
Your time has come, your luck's run out. Now,
Yeah, I like that.
you down, you relied on wit.
Very good. Luck runs out leitmotif. I think you guys are right though. I think that now the light noise, I think it is a piano, but it's not Athena's piano. I think that that is supposed to represent No Longer You. I think that now what people should search for is like in all of the songs that happen after No Longer You, that there's the same, I don't know, maybe it's an organ, whatever. You guys know what I'm saying, right? Like I think that that is supposed to be No Longer You representative. Basically, it's the prophecy is coming true sound. But yeah, like that's crazy, the fact that they stabbed him. Like that they stabbed him. They didn't just hit him in the back of the head. Like, where was he stabbed? That he could, yeah, Odysseus can have a little stab as a treat. Like, what? Because he says, on my head. So where did they stab you? What? Oh, God. Not the cows.
The first one we found, it's bursting with
No.
cows, just roaming around, begging us.
No, they did not beg you to eat.
So
Be
much
quiet.
meat,
Oh,
and
no.
hunger is so heavy.
No, it's the
This
Zeus
statue,
leitmotif.
The god
Wait a
of the
minute. This is the same as like, is this not like the same as a mission to kill someone's son, a foe who won't run? So like, yeah, exactly. You're right. Eurylochus. Like, yeah, I don't think you're ready. Like, okay, bro. Why? You guys knew what happened when you killed the fucking Cyclops, or when you killed the Cyclops' sheep. What made you think, like, why would you do it again? You guys are stupid. I know that you're hungry, but that's why you should have asked the sirens to give you some food.
Don't know where it's from.
That's
but
crazy.
here's where we found all these cows to hunt right in front, and hunger is so heavy.
Oh,
Hunger is
dear.
so
So why would they use this now, though? Like, why would they use the Zeus thing? Why would they do that? You're not yourself when you're hungry? Oh, good lord, guys. Yeah, what is it? Yeah, there's also find a breach. Yeah. There's also the, I guess this is Eurylochus strategizing? Is that what this leitmotif is supposed to be? Is this a strategy leitmotif? Like, I know obviously, spoilers, guys, if you just got here, I've listened to everything already. I know Zeus is coming, don't worry. But yeah, something to do with please don't make me do this. But yeah, is it because, like, if they do this, Zeus is gonna be mad? Like, is that what it's supposed to be? Or is it, like, a representation of this is Eurylochus taking the leadership role? Because when you think about it, Zeus was instructing to Odysseus, and then when they use this again, Odysseus is instructing to his men. So maybe this idea is that Eurylochus has now become the captain, and so that this is the captain motif of, like, when someone's in charge. And so that's why, like, it's surround him. Like, find the breach, out of reach, show him that we're deadly. Oh, you guys meant a spoiler for later in the Odyssey. Oh, I don't know what that would be then. No. Yes, you guys are referencing Hades Town, which you are correct. But yeah, I kind of wonder, like, I'm like, Eurylochus, why do you have the leitmotif? Why do you have Zeus's leitmotif? But I guess I kind of like the idea that it's because he's captain now. And, like, this is his big plan. He's like, it's my plan to kill the sheep, or the cows. They're like, this is my grand genius plan. Since we knocked you out and you're not captain anymore, and now I'm the captain, this is like my first decision as the new captain, and it immediately goes wrong. I fuck with that. I think that's funny.
You're about to do what I think you'll do.
See? And like, this is the exact same thing from Luck Runs Out, bestie! Like, you didn't want,
get to make it home.
What?
You know it's true.
Okay, so this is interesting. So, I guess, okay, that's interesting. So they're basically saying here that they all know that they're going to die. They just don't want to starve to death. That makes a lot of sense now. Yeah, Audie's fucked up. Like, that's crazy, not calling him captain. So now I understand. Eurylochus, it's not that they don't care. Like, it's not that they're stupid. They don't want to die having starved themselves. They're having their last supper. That's what they're saying. They know that they're going to die already. And so they know the consequences. And like, it's also that this will be quick and merciful versus going into the sea. So he's like, if I'm gonna die, I'd rather the gods come and smite me down after I have a belly full of food and after we basically have a fucking party. So I think that that's what it is. It's not that Eurylochus, oh my god, Eurylochus is stupid. It's that they're just done. And so they're like, if we eat the cattle and nothing happens, great, let's keep going, I guess. But if we eat the cattle and then we die, like, who cares? Who cares if we die? We were living it up, right? Like, I can imagine if this was, like, an animation and Odysseus, like, woke up, right? I can imagine, like, they all have wine, they're all shit-faced, they've killed and eaten the cow. Like, you know, I don't think that the cow has been killed yet because there's like a stabbing noise that happens after this, but I can imagine like they're on land, they have brought all of the supplies from the ship, and they are like literally, they're like partying until they die, and they're just like eating and fucking and whatever, right? Like they're literally just having the one last, so that makes a lot more sense to me. It's not that Eurylochus was just like, didn't know or didn't, it's not even that he didn't care about the consequences. Like he knew about the consequences. Like they already knew. They just were like, but why run? I think it's because sometimes you think you want to die, but then you're actually faced with death and then you're scared. Like I think that's a very natural human thing, right? It's like when you're actually faced with the consequences of your actions, there's a primal instinct in all of us to live. Like, we all want to have self-preservation. And so we may think that we don't want to be alive, right? Like, these guys may think that. But then when you're actually faced with the consequence of what you did, you're like, fuck, I'm dying, right? And it's like, well, 5 minutes ago, like, mentally, I guess you could say, mentally, you were, like, ready to go, right? But then in your body, your body's not gonna let you do that. So I think it's kind of a fight. Yeah, they didn't even get to eat the cow, bro! They didn't even get the chance,
this
This
man!
is the home of the sun god.
I'm starving, my friend.
But if you kill his cattle, who knows what he'll send? This is the home of the sun god.
Tired, my friend.
Yeah, they
But we're
just did
so
not.
close to home, this can't be where it ends.
How much longer must I suffer?
Yeah.
Don't do
How
this.
much longer must I push
I
through
need to
doubt?
get
How much longer must I go about my life like this when people die like this?
Yeah,
Whoa,
exactly.
How much
Like,
longer must we suffer?
How can we keep, like, why the fuck would we die at sea? Like, you know what I mean? Just let the gods kill us, bro. Like, just let the gods do it at this point. That's crazy. Well, they got what they wanted.
Longer must we push through doubt? How much longer must we go about our lives like this when people die like this?
Oh, the fact that they did the just the man thing, that's crazy. Because I went into this thinking that they were just kind of being, you know, dumb about it, right? Like, I kind of thought that, oh, they're starving to death and they're being irrational. I changed my mind. They are fully rational. Like, they understand the consequences. They literally don't give a fuck. And that's entirely different, because now you just have, like, basically a mass unaliving. You know what I mean? Like, how cults, like, they drink the Kool-Aid or whatever, and, like, a bunch of people in the cult, like, die. That's kind of what they just did, I feel. Which is a very dark interpretation, but I think that, like, that's right. Like, I think that that's right. They knew. They knew what would happen. Yeah. And maybe they thought that Helios would have just done it, like, you know, quickly, but then, like, then Zeus popped up, and, like, that was not great, you know? If they wanted to doom Odysseus, kill the cows, and leave him tied up as a sacrifice, yeah, I thought that that's what they were doing originally. Like, I thought that that's what they were doing, but I guess they couldn't get away fast enough. Also, like, Poseidon, I don't know, like, the gods are kind of all-knowing, aren't they? Like, at least a little bit. Like, they're somewhat knowing. I feel like that they wouldn't... You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that they wouldn't be like, yeah, clearly you didn't do it. Like, they tied you to a mast and they left you there. Like, you weren't the one that did that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the gods, they aren't stupid. Like, I guess that Poseidon didn't know it was Odysseus until Odysseus left his name. But I feel like in general, like, if I was Helios, I'd be like, you know, like, I feel like that it wasn't you, bestie. Like, if I was Helios and I came down there and I saw Odysseus tied up, I would be like, well, clearly you didn't do it because they tied you up. Like, clearly it wasn't you. So I wouldn't buy that, like, in terms of, like, vengeance. Like, you want to get revenge on the people that really did it. Also, thank you. You know, so many people think that my hair is, like a Melanie Martinez reference or something, or like just other characters. It's not. It's Neapolitan from Ruby. That's why it's the ice cream. Like, it's Neapolitan ice cream. So I appreciate it. Yeah, like, Helios sees everything, bro. Like, who did you think you were running away from, bro? Like, you know? Yep, danger leitmotif, obviously.
You've doomed us. You've doomed us all, Eurylochus!
Captain?
We need to get away from this island now!
It's crazy he calls him captain after all of this, right? Because Eurylochus is kind of realizing I am not, like, I could not be in charge of people. Like, I just realized suddenly, now you're the captain again.
With all the strength your arms allow! These cows were immortal. They were the
They were
Sun God's
immortal!
wives.
Clearly not! Clearly they were not immortal, you killed them! Oh man, I guess they're immortal like they would never die until they get killed, if that makes sense. Like, it's that time. I just find it funny how he was like, they're immortal, you killed them! I know what they mean though, they wouldn't have died unless there was an intervention. They would have lived forever. Exactly, can't die from old age. Yeah. It's just funny the way you said it, like you killed them and they were immortal. Oh man. Yeah, imagine the cows just come back to life. They didn't even get to eat them. Guys, you guys are cracking me up. Yeah, everybody wants a responsibility until they get it. But yeah, imagine the cow just respawns. And it's like, what? It's like Salem from Ruby. Like, if you destroy Salem, she turns into this, like, clump of goo, but then she, like, restores herself.
And now that we've pissed them off, who do you think you'll send? Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead.
Oh, guys.
Full speed ahead. Faster. Full speed ahead.
You know what's crazy? Okay, so I understand that they're rowing, but it never occurred to me that they were rowing the boat because they talk about the wind, right? So I'm assuming they do have a sail because there's a sail obviously right there. But for some reason, like, it never occurred to me that people were manually rowing the ship, even though, like, again, I studied Greek mythology and, like, ancient Greece, like, I should know this, but I don't know, I just forgot. I'm like, that's insane. The fact that they've been rowing this boat for the last 10 years, like, I'd be mad too, bro. I'd be a little mad, right? Like, I'd be a little mad. You guys are totally right, by the way. If you want all the power, you must carry all the blame. And then Eurylochus, he does take the blame after, like, all of them do. All of them die. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, I kind of feel bad, but at the same time, you died for what you believed in, which was that the person that makes the decisions should take the blame, and Zeus killed all of you. So, like, there's only so much I can do for you. You know what I mean? Well, if it isn't the consequences of my actions.
Pride is a damsel in
Zeus's
distress,
voice is so attractive. Oh my god.
hiding away where only I can undress her. Trials she cannot to confess. In the end, it's all the same once I apply all the pressure.
Yeah, wait a minute. What does this actually mean? Hold on. really mean? Because I understand it's a metaphor. That part I understand. But I'm like, well, wait a second. Hold on. What is he saying? Pride is a damsel in distress, hiding away where only I... Okay, so he's basically saying, like, Odysseus is pride. I'm the only one that can get to the bottom of this shit. And so... But, like, in the case of the damsel, he's saying, like... yeah, he's doing a metaphor for his pride, but I never thought too deeply about the actual, like, the person in the metaphor. But yeah, like, what the fuck does it's all the same once I apply all the pressure mean? What is that? What are you saying, bro? What does that mean? Trials she cannot to confess. Confess what? Like, her desire for you? Is that what it is? Okay, I'm just like, that's a little suspicious. Yeah, so yeah, it never occurred to me. I knew what the metaphor was, but I never thought too deeply about the primary meaning, if that makes sense. And I'm like, that's, yeah, I didn't realize that. That never occurred to me. Oh my god. But yeah, I understand that it's like Odysseus's pride, right? He's the only one that can expose mortals. He sees the justice, right? That Zeus sees the he transparently sees through people. He's the arbiter of justice. So that I understand. But yeah, I was just like, wait a minute. He's talking about having sex with somebody. Oh, okay. That I didn't realize. Also, yes, guys, if you've just joined the stream, I have listened to all of the songs already once. And so this is not like my first reaction with me pausing. This is after I've listened to it, but I was like, oh, he's talking about fucking someone. I didn't realize that. Oh dear. Just Zeus being a little quirky. Anyway. I think it's also like, you know, how we have justice as the two scales. I didn't know if that existed yet, but I think he's also talking about, like, kind of using justice. You know what I mean? It's like, if the personification of justice is female, it's like their union is to expose Odysseus, almost, if that makes sense. But yeah, I really like this song.
Pride is a damsel in distress, hiding away where only I
Yeah, why does he...
her. Trial she cannot to confess. In the end, it's all the same.
Interesting.
once I-
Someone is also saying that, pride, like, there's a minor deity whose domain is arrogance, recklessness, pride, and violence, and hubris. And so that's also why they're saying that it's, that's also why this is saying that it's using female pronouns, like, to refer to pride as a woman who needs to be punished, but then also, goddess of justice, too. So both of them are all mixed together in here. But I love this song, even though I never realized that. And so it's bringing the pride through the ringer, right?
Call the one who makes her kingdom fall. Lightning wielder, use and yield her. Show her what she can't conceal, for true nature will be revealed.
These are my favorite lyrics, though, I think, in the entire musical. I think they're so clean. Like, I love Distress and Confess. I love Bring Her Through the Ringer. Like, that is such a good line. And then Judgment Call, the one who makes her kingdom fall. Like, I just love that. I just love that. Ugh. And Conceal and Revealed. I don't know if that's perfect. I'm not sure. But... yeah, like, I just love the lyrics. And I think that, too... So I have a theory about the lyrics, and I'm not sure if I'm right yet. And so I'll talk about this briefly, just because this is a good time. But I have a theory. So if you guys have been in the entire stream, you'll know that I mentioned... Again, sorry if you guys have been here the whole time, but I'll talk about it again. Aristotle had this theory about what it takes to be morally righteous and virtuous. And to be morally... in the good, you have to be in a median, right? And so the easiest example is like courage, right? If you're stupid and reckless, you're in access. And then if you are a coward, you operate in deficiency. So I have this theory about the rhyme structure of the show. And this could be just a coincidence, because here's the thing, like, functionally we use rhymes as resolution, right? And so, like, it could be that what I think is, like, related to virtue, it just also happens that when characters are acting unvirtuous, they are also in a time where there's suspense. But I also think that, like, this may actually have legs, and so I can't go through every single example, but basically there are times where characters are rhyming perfectly a lot, like Athena, right? Like, I had a challenge, a test of skill, a magic boar only the best would kill, right? So you have test and best as the internal, but then you also have the external of skill and kill. And then one day a boy came for the thrill, right? A boy whose mind rivaled the boar's own will. So I think it's boar and four, and then it's thrill and kill, right? So my theory about Athena, or just all of the epic characters, is that when they are rhyming in access, it means that they are also operating in the moral access. So when Athena has all those rhymes, she's kind of being boastful, right? Because she's patting herself on the back. She's like, I'm the goddess of wisdom, and I had a genius plan. Like, that kind of goes without saying, doesn't it? Like, she doesn't need to qualify herself as saying that she had a genius challenge, right? Like, she's the goddess of fucking wisdom, right? So I think that it's interesting that if you look through the entire musical, sometimes if characters are perfectly rhyming, I feel like that it's directly connected with them being morally in access. Whereas in Just a Man, Odysseus does not rhyme anything. Like, when he says, forgive me about killing the baby, it's just, forgive me, I'm just a man. Or even like the comet meteor, like that whole section has no rhymes. And that's because Odysseus is operating in the moral deficiency of being a coward. Now, like I said, this could just be coincidental because the reason why there's no rhymes in Just a Man could be to build the suspense of Odysseus killing the baby. But, I don't know. I feel like that Jorge is so smart. I feel like he's just so smart. Yeah, kind of. Not that rhyme equals justice, but there's other points of the musical where you'll notice that Odysseus has a very particular structure, and it's an imperfect rhyme and then a perfect rhyme. And I can't think of what it is right now, but I think it's like... probably in the section with the horse and the infant where he's instructing people on what to do, there's like a slant rhyme, and then there's a other rhyme, like there's a perfect rhyme, but I can't remember which one it is right now. Oh god, maybe I should go look so I can tell you guys. I think it's closely, all right, my brothers, listen closely. Tonight we make the Trojans pay. 10 years of war, they killed us slowly. Tonight will be the ones who slay, right? So pay and slay is perfect, right? But then closely and slowly is imperfect. So Odysseus has this a lot where when he's balanced, when he's being, like chat is saying, in sound mind, right? Like not panicked or distressed. When Odysseus is operating within the moral righteousness, he always has like an imperfect rhyme and then a perfect one. And at first I thought it was just a coincidence because, like, I was talking to friends about this and my friends were like, you know, Occam's razor, it's the simplest answer. But it's not like... It's not like that this isn't a constant situation, because sometimes you will have, like, they couldn't find a perfect rhyme, so they just used an imperfect one. But the way it happens with Odysseus is so calculated, because it's always imperfect, perfect, imperfect, perfect, and I found so many instances of this happening that it seems too intentional. It doesn't seem like Jorge just couldn't think of something, right? It seems like it was on purpose. So, yeah, when Athena's rhyming too much, she is being arrogant and boastful, basically. And then when there's the imperfect and perfect balance, that's when they're operating in the mean. And then when there is deficiency, you'll notice, like in Horse and the Infant, in Just a Man, there's no rhymes. And in Just a Man, it's just, because they could have done that very easily, right? They could have just been like, forgive me, for you see, I'm just a man. But they didn't do that, right? Like, if they wanted to have a rhyme, they could have. But there wasn't. My brain does not comprehend what you're saying, but it does at the same time. Basically, if a character is rhyming a lot and it seems like they're really showing off, it's supposed to be representation of their arrogance. And so when we have Zeus here being like, Thunder, bring her through the ringer, show her I'm the judgment call, the one who makes a kingdom fall. Lightning, wield her, use and yield her, right? Like, those are internal rhymes and then also external. So, to me, I'm like, that's Zeus being a little bit, not boastful, there's like a bunch of them, right? Aristotle has like 14 things of moral virtue, and there's courage, and there's arrogance, and there's a bunch of different ones, basically. Yeah, I was wondering, I've checked a lot of the songs, but obviously I haven't checked every single one, so I don't know if there's like a particular place where you guys would like Cal Theory is dead, cry, but like I haven't found anything that necessarily contradicts what I've said yet. And so with Zeus here, it's like Zeus is in rage, I guess you could say, right? Like, this is wrath. You know what I mean? Like, this is an action of wrath upon mortals, and therefore, hitherto, he's outside of the moral median. So he's rhyming, is my theory. Oh, I love this.
The lives of your men and crew or your own.
I love this line. This is such a good line.
Enlighten me, king of Ithaca.
Yeah, Zeus being arrogant and boastful, he would never.
I wonder who take the weight of the damned and suffer a gruesome fate to the thunder.
There's just so many rhymes, right? Like,
Bring your ears until you're deaf with fear and
like,
spear you while you're
I love death with fear and then death is near. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy. But that's basically what I mean, right? Like, every time there's a character that's acting so, like, rash, something like this happens where they're just going crazy. And again, it could be that, again, like, rhymes are used in, like, the way that rhymes are used kind of overlaps with this, so I feel like that we can never really know for sure, because that's the problem, is that when characters are angry, they may rhyme more, right? Because we want that momentum and we want that crispness, and so we can't tell. Okay, so here's the 11 moral virtues. Courage, temperance, liberty, magnificence with great wealth and possessions. So that's like, you know, either you're stingy and you're cheap, or you're vulgar, like you know, spend all your money on kind of stupid shit, I guess. Magnanimity, so vanity, or like thinking too little of yourself. Proper ambition, and then you have ambition, empty vanity, or unambitious, right? So when we're talking about Athena, right, what does Odysseus say about Athena? He says that she's selfish and righteous and vain, right? And so when Athena's rhyming a lot and talking about how great her plan is, what is she doing? She's being vain, like she's totally full of herself, right? And so, yeah, so with Zeus, there's also anger, right, as a sphere of action or feeling, and then there's patience and good temper, which Zeus does not have a good temper right here. Also, understatement, mock modesty is the deficiency, where, oh, sorry, I read the wrong one. Lack of spirit, so lack of anger, like just letting people step on you is the deficiency, whereas being inscrutable is the access. So I think with Zeus here, I think that we can say that he is not acting in good patience or good temper, therefore, he's rhyming a lot, is kind of what I'm saying, right? Yeah, yield your and wielder. Oh my god, I love that.
For your act of crime. Choose. Someone's gotta die today, and you have got the final say. You or your crew.
Please don't make me do this. Don't make me do this.
See, and so that's interesting, right? Because it's a repeat of the same situation again. But yeah, like, it's crazy. I also love the mocking. The acting is great, right? Like, the acting is great. I love the callback to Horse and the Infant. I think it fits very well with my theory about the fact that, like, Odysseus never escaped, the prophecy. But yeah, like, they've had this conversation before. But yeah, and then you'll notice the soldiers are singing the, meteor blaze tidal wave thing And, like, none of these things rhyme. Like, comet become a meteor, candle become a blaze. When does a man become a monster? When does a ripple become a tidal wave? Like, I guess maybe you could say that wave and blame is a slant rhyme, but if you're thinking about it in terms of the theory that I said, the soldiers are afraid. Like, they're afraid that they're going to die. So that's why this is repeating in terms of, like, the lack of rhymes was always about cowardice. That when Odysseus sang this, it was because he was being a coward and killing the baby. In this case, the soldiers are still afraid, so. It's crazy how, like, Eurylochus asked, like, Captain, what are you gonna choose, Bestie? Like, what do you think? You're the one that killed the cow, bro! Like...
Captain?
Like, I love how you didn't have to ask!
But we'll die.
I know.
He feels bad, though. He does feel bad, but, like, you said it. Whoever has all the power needs to take all the blame. I'm sorry. And it was you. But yeah, Odysseus literally lost all of his friends. All of them are dead. There's not a single alive person. Man. Shit. Even as a kid reading this in school, I know the crew deserved it. No. Oh, guys. Oh no! Wait a minute. Oh no! It's Athena again. I think this is supposed to be my goodbye again. I think. It could also be the waltz and no longer you. Like, now I'm getting so confused. But, like, I feel like that... I think that is the thing that when Athena is like, one day you'll hear what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah, it's the my goodbye thing, yeah. Athena's like, bro, what the fuck did I tell you? Yes, deficiency mean and access, as in excess. Not access like you can access, you know, you can access Calxiyn's videos on Patreon. Like, I meant access. I should have probably been a little bit better with my diction. I was probably being a little sloppy because I was talking, for too long. See, what's interesting, though, is because, like, Athena has not been around, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's the one day you'll hear what I'm saying. Like, I think that's, and so, yeah, like, the piano happened there, and it happened earlier, so it's like Odysseus is finally realizing Athena was right. So that's fucked up. Yeah, the one day you might, oh god, that was flat. One day you might understand one day, but not today, for after all, like that, exactly. Like, she's gloating, she has no one. Yeah, exactly, she's like, I fucking told you so. Next saga is wisdom. Yeah, see, that's a really interesting thing, is I'm like, well, like, I don't even know, like, what comes next. Like, I know that Odysseus, he ends up stranded on an island, and then he makes it home, but he's in disguise. So I'm like, well, where exactly are we going with it? Like, I don't even know where the plot goes. I guess it's just Odysseus' random adventures by himself. Like, he has a coconut, and he's named one coconut Eurylochus, and the other coconut is Polites. Like, I think that's, I guess that's where we're going with all of this. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, we've been streaming for almost 3 hours. I can't believe that our stream went on for this long. But, yes, I am very happy with this saga. I really, really like all the songs. I feel like that everybody just popped off. There was so much raw emotion, so many good acting choices. I liked all the leitmotifs and the stuff that we found right now. I don't know, let me see. Can I give you guys a ranking? It's hard though because like I guess my favorite saga is the Cersei saga, I guess, because like I like Warrior of the Mind and I really like My Goodbye, but like I can't say that I necessarily listen to the rest of the songs in the original saga like on a regular basis. I think the one I listen to least out of all of them is probably the Ocean Saga, and so I would probably say the Cersei saga is my favorite, then the Underworld, I think, then this one, and then, like, interchangeable between these two, and then Poseidon's my least favorite. So yes, if you guys don't know, they were re-recorded because there was a bunch of legal shenanigans. So take this with a grain of salt because, like, I don't know. But what I'm assuming happened is that, well, first of all, Jorge made a TikTok about this, but I'm just speculating based on what he said. Based on what he said, I have a feeling that the studio that he was signed with owned the rights to those particular recordings, but does not own the right to his intellectual property. Because that's what tends to happen, right? Like, you tend to have a situation where the record company owns, like, your recording of the song, but does not own your song, right? So I think that the issue that Jorge said was that they took his money and, like, didn't pay him, which is illegal. It sounds pretty illegal, allegedly, I don't know. Allegedly, hopefully Blair Russell doesn't, you know, come for me or whatever, this man that they were talking about. So allegedly they didn't pay him. So yeah, it's basically a Taylor Swift situation that I think that Jorge owns the rights to the songs, but not those particular recordings, so they re-recorded all of them. Now, people have been throwing shade, okay, the past couple hours. Okay, hold on, they were only out a couple hours. People have been throwing shade and saying that they're not as good. I listened to them this morning, and I thought that too. Like, I listened to Warrior of the Mind, and I was like, oh, dear. I complained to my boyfriend, actually. I mentioned this earlier. I was like, oh, this does not sound as good. But then I listened to it with my headphones, and it was completely, like, a transcendent experience. So, I don't know. You know, there's people that, because it's different, they just need to get used to it, and there's definitely, like, those people that'll never like this version whatsoever, if that makes sense. But like, if you don't like any of them, I think that like you need to listen to it on a different device, because my iPhone was not doing it. I listened to it on speaker and it did not do it. So, you know, grab your AirPods or your headphones. I mean, I'm assuming most people listened on their headphones, but maybe not great headphones. I don't know. I always listen to my music on speaker unless I'm around somebody else. So maybe people just like put it on in their apartment. So if you're having like, if you hate every single song, you might need to listen to it with a different device, because the mixing is a little different. Like, the mixing of the songs are different. If you just hate specific parts of them, that your audio is probably fine, and that's just like your personal taste. But like, if you have an issue with like all of them, yeah, I'd highly recommend listening to headphones, because they are mixed differently. Like, fundamentally, they are mixed differently than they are mixed, like, then the old ones were mixed. I can't really explain it because I don't know a lot about audio mixing, but I have a feeling that, this is so weird to explain, but like, everything was uppities, basically, and like, YouTube really likes that. Like, YouTube will maximize, I mean, that's why, like, people complain I'm loud all the time. I'm not that loud when I'm listening to myself in Premiere Pro. YouTube maximizes the audio so everything is at a specific threshold and makes everything louder. So I think that for the older sagas, probably how they were mixed were like, you know, up. Right? Like, and it really served that. But this mix, I think, is more like how a musical would be mixed with, like, surround sound. You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference between YouTube video mixing, I guess, and then, like theater mixing with the surround. And so I think that, like, that's why it sounds so different on the headphones. I don't know, though. I don't know anything about mixing, to be clear, so please don't tell me, don't take that as gospel. I don't know shit. So I think that maybe the original mixes were just, like, very, like, I don't know, loud. But, like, not even loud in a bad way. It was just, like, everything. Whereas this has a bit more of, like, that musical theater subtlety where you have to have that surround experience of, like, the instruments are coming in a bit more, like, dynamic and everything. So I do really like them. Some acting choices have changed. And I feel like that's pretty natural, especially for something like this. I mean, people have been, I think, pointing out Athena, like, acting choices have changed. I don't mind that, though. I feel like that the thing that people have to keep in mind is that in a live setting, like, yes, when you do a show, the run is sort of set, but at the same time, like, things can also change night to night. Like, how an actor delivered a line last night may not be the same as how they deliver a line, like, this time. You have, like, the core emotion and, like, direction, but I don't think that either interpretation of Athena is necessarily, like, wrong. It's probably very realistic to what would happen if this was a live show, because sometimes maybe, you know, Athena is like, have you forgotten the lessons I've taught you? And, like, she's really mad, and then, like, other times it may be a little bit softer, because it's just how the actor's feeling and reacting to the genuine, like, performance in that moment, right? So, I feel like that's, basically I'm saying that that's okay. I understand if people prefer one version over the other, but obviously I come from a musical theater background, so that type of thing doesn't really bother me. Like, I listen to, like, the Hadestown official Broadway cast recording, and I also like to listen to the one that they did live and stuff, and so I feel like that, like, because this is a living musical and it's still a living project, like, this is, like, the concept album, right? Like, it's very, like, possible that by the time, if this got to Broadway or something, like, if this got to Broadway or something else, like, it could change again. And, like, there could be lyric changes and, like, all of that stuff. Yeah, I mean, that's understandable, I think. Like, wanting, you know, times where the acting was more authentic and, like, not raspy, but, like, people always clocked me for this at school. It's like, Kaylin, we know that you can sing pretty. Like, stop singing pretty and be angry, right? Because, like, sometimes you're so afraid that you won't hit the notes correctly or that you'll sound bad that you don't let that genuine emotion in. I'm not saying that that's what I think is happening, but I think that, like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's like, it's okay to not hit the notes perfectly and have that perfect voice if you're doing the emotion. And so sometimes you choose doing both successfully, and then sometimes you choose one or the other, right? And it's just about how things come out sometimes. But yeah, I really liked the remaster. I don't know what they did to Open Arms, but, like, suddenly it's tolerable. I really didn't like that song for some reason. I'm a hater, I know. Everybody loves Polities and I'm a hater, guys. But I think that I'm probably gonna wrap up the stream soon. Just because we've been here for much longer than I expected, but I did really enjoy hanging out with you guys. Okay, I don't know if anybody cares about Ruby here. Did, like, anything happen? Did anything happen with Ruby today? Or, like, are we still not... Did nothing still happen? Does anybody know? Does anybody know what Ruby is? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? They said that, like, at Anime Expo, so, like, they posted a Ruby figurine by Anime Expo. Like, is that happen? Like, did anything happen while I was streaming, or are we just waiting for, like, tomorrow? Some of the soundtrack got pulled off YouTube. I did see that. But official Ruby posted something earlier, but I don't think that they said anything, like, about it. Like, they posted 2 hours ago, and I was expecting something to happen during my stream, but, like, nothing happened. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this, but my other YouTube channel, where I do the reactions and the gaming and stuff, like, we don't only do Ruby, but, like, Ruby's one of the main things that we used to do before I made this channel. So, I also did a podcast sort of situation with Aster, about Ruby music, if you guys are interested. I don't have the links for that right now. But if you look up Calxiyn and look at the live streams, we did that. So if you're interested in Ruby music. But yeah, I just brought it up because earlier my editor was in here, Kira, and I know Kira likes Ruby. So Kira, did anything happen? Like, that's basically who I was asking. You know, very transparently, I was like, guys, I know 3 of you like Ruby in here. Can somebody tell me what happened? I don't think anything happened. Rooster Teeth is still doing Ruby? No. So, Rooster Teeth shut down. Sorry, by the way, for anybody that came here just for musical theater, but we're wrapping up anyway. So, Rooster Teeth shut down. That's why, like, we're all wondering. Like, we're all wondering in terms of, like, okay, well, they're saying they have an announcement and they're at Anime Expo, so I kind of thought something was gonna happen during the stream, but it doesn't seem like it. So, oh my god, what the fuck is that? Guys, did you see that? Oh my goodness, what the fuck? It looked like a bee, or maybe it was a fly. Did you guys see that? Okay, I gotta go. Oh. Oh my god, get out of here! Get out! Go, 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 go! How did it get in here? The door was closed! Oh no! Oh my god! Get out! Get out! Okay. Yeah, did you guys see that? Did you guys see the creature? I swear there was something. I think he left. I think he either left or we'll find out. Okay, well, anyway, so, what I was gonna say before I was leaving is that I don't think I will post the Cinderella video next week. Sorry, this week. I think I'll save it, until next week because I don't have a video. I don't have another one. I want to be like 2 videos ahead. And, the problem is that because, I hurt my wrist and everything, I couldn't, script, also because they were getting re-recorded, I couldn't script the entirety of my Warrior of the Mind video. So, I think that this is gonna be oh my god, this is gonna be the only video for this week, this stream. And then I'll keep working on Warrior of the Mind, and then we'll shift Cinderella to next Sunday, but this probably will be, maybe I'll do karaoke on the weekend or something, like I'll sing for you guys as an apology, but yeah, I gotta go. What the fuck is this? Okay, bye guys, love you guys, but bye.